Elizabeth II, Honorary Darren Shepherd, together with Marcia Kagan, Sherma Andrews, Alicia Jagasaw, and Vaughnett Bigford. Get tickets at Fellini's Drug Mart, Athletes by the Park, Funclair Lotto Center, and Gift Shop. Contact 610-8852 and islandetickets.com. Prepare to be mesmerized. Sheppy the concert.
Joy by the Pool, the Grove Retreat Pre-Independence Fete at the scenic and beautiful Grove Retreat Grove Park, South Oropouche, from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Tuesday, August 30th, the night before the holiday. Come and party by our dazzling poolside to the songs of the Joey Lewis Orchestra and WACK 90.1 FM's very own Alpha B. Advance tickets $125, available at Sion's Bar, Royal Road, San Fernando, Denny's Restaurant, Faizabad, Wayne Electronics, Point Fortin, Electronics, Henry Street, Port of Spain, or call 491-1315, 721-8646, at the door $150. Joy by the Pool with DJ Alpha B, a pre-independence fete you don't want to miss. You're bound to dance.
When I do me thing, I just make everybody sing.
Demi Melville Entertainment Children say Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary to Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
So we perform for you in song, dance, poetry and instrumental. When? Sunday the 21st August 2022 at 2 p.m. Where? On all WACK 90.1 virtual platforms. You can donate via FundMe TNT. Part proceeds from this show will go to Rapid Fire Kids Foundation. Fuel your hearts. Happy 60th Anniversary TNT from Demi Melville Entertainment.
A vision of love and appreciation, an evening of tribute. Tuesday, 16th of August 2022 at 6 p.m. on WACK Big Stage, streaming live to the world. Featuring performances by Johnny King, Ras Commander, Impulse, Miguel Simon, Zaydan Darius, Akini James, and many more. MC Damian Melville. This is how we show that we appreciate your acts of kindness.
On the human mind, everyone needs some.
The Osao Set Society International Trinidad and Tobago chapter presents every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Ancestral Light. Ancestral Light is a one-hour program focusing on personal, social, economic, and spiritual growth and development. Come and hear a different approach to addressing the challenges of life. Call in and join the conversation and receive answers to some of life's most burning questions. Ancestral Light, Wednesdays, 6 to 7 p.m. right here on WACK Radio 90.1 FM or tune in on the web at wackradio901fm.com.
Getting ready for the home stretch. It's 3:58 p.m. We got a 4 p.m. major newscast, and then we have some boy to pelt.
Today is a good day to have a good day and join in the line, 'cause these are the nicest days that we live, and all we need is the sunshine and wine. Pretty girls in a line, bring shots with salt and lime. When we jam in, all we need is the sunshine and wine. Pretty girls in a line, bring shots with salt and lime. When we jam in, we just mash up the place. Party like no tomorrow. Plenty drinks yet to swallow.
What's up, San Fernando? Yeah. I see we back up and running. Right now, check us out on Visual Radio on YouTube. Of course, you can get us on Facebook, Tego, Twitch, 90.1.
So we go twist this party. You know we twisted bad. With good vibes and energy. You know we fetching hard. Tuesday. We twist this party. We ain't twisted bad. With good people around way. Make the party lean over. Now everybody tilt. Like a leaning tower, tilt. Make the party lean over, tilt. Like you're catching power. Now it's time to advance. Time to get up and dance. Girl in the shortest pants. Them bumpers rolling. Stumbling. On the ground. We drifting. When we drinking rum. Stumbling. On the ground. Don't stop the drinks from flowing. Bang bang. So we go twist this party. You know we twisted bad. With good vibes and energy. You know we fetting hard. Come we twist this party. We ain't twisted bad. With good people around way. Make the party lean over. Now everybody tilt. Like a leaning tower, tilt. Make the party lean over, tilt. Like you're catching power. Give yourself a chance. Time to get up and dance. This is the groovy balance. There we get up and dance. I say me no one no romance. Time to get up and dance. This is the groovy balance. Yeah. Bang bang, color we twist this party. You know we twisted bad. With good vibes and energy. You know we fetting hard.
On WACK 90.1 FM. This is News 9:01 to 4 p.m. In the headlines.
Government bans scrap iron exports until 2023. Acting COP cancels leave for cops in 5 high-crime areas. Regionally, St. Kitts and Nevis removes COVID-19 travel restrictions, and internationally, ASAP Rocky charged over shooting in Hollywood. With the news in detail to 4 p.m., I'm Leanne St. Clair. Good afternoon. The government has banned the export of scrap and old metals from Trinidad and Tobago with effect from Friday, August 12th. Attorney General Reginald Amor announced Cabinet's decision at a media conference on Monday afternoon.
Cabinet authorized the preparation of a prohibition order pursuant to Section 44 of the Customs Act to ban the exportation of old scrap metal and scrap metal generally.
He noted that everyday lives of citizens have been negatively impacted by the thefts. He pointed to the loss of connectivity when TSTT's above ground and underground cables were cut and stripped of their copper.
And that prohibition order, I have to tell you, took effect on Friday, the 12th of August, and it is now in effect. And it will last for 6 months until the 23rd of February, 2023.
In explaining the latest move, he said the laws governing the export and theft of iron and copper would be reviewed and brought up to date.
One of the other things that I have instructed the Law Reform Commission to do is to enhance and beef up the register system by which persons who trade in the industry will be required to keep a register of anybody that they are buying materials from.
The Attorney General said he would return to Cabinet in 3 months' time with a review and analysis of the laws which need to be changed. With 4 men murdered between Sunday night and Monday morning, Acting Police Commissioner MacDonald Jacob said he has restricted leave for police officers in 5 divisions and increased working hours to address the increasing murder toll. On Monday, the acting commissioner said the plan is to increase patrols in the divisions to suppress murders and allow homicide detectives to effectively address the killings. He said officers will also be doubling up on working hours, with some moving from 24 hours on duty with 48 hours rest to 24 hours on duty with 24 hours rest. He said it may be difficult on the officers, but it is necessary to respond to the increased crime rate in such a manner. The acting commissioner said he and his officers are trying their very best to reduce the numbers, but are hampered by the prevalence of high-powered weapons being used. He said intelligence suggests that the guns are coming through the legal ports of entry. Acting Commissioner Jacobs said for this year so far, 60 high-powered rifles were seized and 61 were seized for all of 2021. He said there are people in the U.S. who have been arrested for sending guns to Trinidad and Tobago, dismissing the notion that the bulk of illegal guns come from Venezuela. He said he can confirm that 36 guns were sent to this country by people in Georgia, who were charged with sending it. Guns are also coming in from Miami. 2 police officers were charged with several offenses, including misbehavior in public office, over the weekend. According to a statement from the TTPS, 33-year-old PC Adrian Ward was granted bail with a surety in the sum of $500,000 following his arrest last week, while WPC Cheryl Gibson was scheduled to appear before a Port of Spain magistrate yesterday. Ward was last assigned to the Western Division, while Gibson last worked out of the Port of Spain Division. They were arrested and charged following instructions from the Director of Public Prosecutions. The TTPS said Ward and Gibson were jointly charged with 4 counts of misbehavior in public office, including corruptly receiving an illegal firearm, corruptly receiving 15 rounds of ammunition, corruptly soliciting the sum of $30,000, and corruptly receiving the sum of $30,000. Ward was also charged with 1 count of money laundering, while Gibson was charged with 2 counts of money laundering. And pan lovers have been busy keeping up with the events of Steel Pan Month, and recently pan entrepreneurs gathered at the Queen's Park Savannah for the organization's Pan Pop-Up. Over 20 vendors set up for the event, which also had a theme, Networking in Pan. One Pan Trimbago member, Zakia Dekoto, said the organization felt it was necessary to provide a platform for not only people who play the steel pan, but for other members of the organization who are business owners as well.
It's very important for us to showcase those who not only play pan, but they have a business besides pan. So like for DHM Clothing, they do their personalized clothing. For West Rose Fish, they cook, you know.
Pan enthusiasts say that the event provided the opportunity for them to sell many other items. In regional news, St. Kitts and Nevis has updated its COVID-19 travel requirements. From yesterday, all unvaccinated and vaccinated travelers are permitted to enter the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. This includes citizens, residents, and international travelers. Travelers are still required to complete and submit an online customs and immigration form before arrival. Travelers will not receive an approval for entry in response to the completion of the form, as this is no longer required. Travelers are also not required to present a negative COVID-19 test, show proof of vaccination to enter the country, or quarantine upon arrival. In international news, rapper A$AP Rocky has been charged with assault with a firearm in connection with a shooting in Hollywood last year. The star, whose real name is Rakim Myers, is alleged to have pointed the gun at a former friend during an argument in November. Prosecutors say he later fired the weapon twice in the direction of the victim, who sustained a minor injury. A$AP Rocky could face up to 9 years in prison if found guilty. The rapper, who had a baby with singer Rihanna in May, is due to appear in court on Wednesday to answer 2 charges of assault with a semi-automatic firearm with allegations of personally using a firearm. News of the shooting broke in April of this year when the star was arrested at Los Angeles International Airport as he returned from a holiday with Rihanna. He was released 3 hours after posting bail of $550,000. And in sports news, Two-time Olympic medalist Keyshawn Walcott has been named in a 14-member national team to compete at the North American, Central American and Caribbean Championships scheduled for August 19th to 21st in the Bahamas. The National Association for Athletics Administration said the team will leave this country on Wednesday. The 29-year-old is coming off a fourth-place finish in the men's javelin final at the Commonwealth Games in England earlier this month. Also on the national team is Trinidad and Tobago's top women's sprinter Michelle Lee Ayi, who will be eyeing gold in the women's 100-meter. Ayi will also lead Trinidad and Tobago's 4x100-meter relay team into action. Sprinters Kyle Grew, Eric Harrison and Jared Alcock, fresh off a 4x100-meter Commonwealth silver medal alongside Keon Benjamin, will be going for relay glory again. Benjamin's absence from the NACAC team provides opportunity for either Akini Hislop or Amari Lewis. Isaac Guevara, a member of the victorious 4x400-meter relay team at the Commonwealth Games, will vie for gold in the one-lap race. And that's the look at news to 4 p.m. recapping the headlines. Government bans scrap iron exports until 2023. Acting COP cancels leave for cops in 5 high-crime areas. Regionally, St. Kitts and Nevis removes COVID-19 travel restrictions, and internationally, ASAP Rocky charged over shooting in Hollywood. That's a look at news to 4 p.m. courtesy VG Construction, member of VG Group Limited. You can get more news online at www.wackradio901fm.com. I'm Leanne St. Clair. Good afternoon.
Welcome to VG Construction.
VG, thank goodness. You build houses, right?
Well, yes, sir. But are you okay?
Shh. I'm trying to escape from all of those horrible contractors and builders out there. Oh, the horror!
Sir, relax. You're safe now.
Listen, can VG Construction really build my home without all the problems? The bad work, the lazy workers, and unprofessionalism?
Yes, sir. At VG Construction, our architects, engineers, builders, and crew execute your project professionally.
You know, I hear a lot of contractors always want extra money.
Yes, but VG Construction guarantees no cost overruns. In fact, we absorb the extra costs.
What? Nobody does that.
Plus, we'll do your landscaping and, based on the project, include a free pool.
A free pool? What? I need to get my wife now.
Build without the hassle and horror. VG Construction, a member of the VG Group. Visit VGGroupTT.com or call 22-GREEN 224-7336.
No man afraid, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man, any woman could touch any woman.
No man afraid, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man, any woman could touch any woman.
No man afraid,
what?
No man afraid, no man.
Take your time and dance the calendar, you go be a sick fighter, yeah.
No man afraid, no
what?
Man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man, any woman could touch any woman.
No man
afraid,
no man afraid, no man.
Take your time and dance the calendar, you go be a sick fight champion.
No man afraid,
what? Break the wood in time, brother man, you go be a sick fight champion.
No man afraid, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man afraid, no man.
No man afraid, no man, any woman could touch any woman.
Is open.
Take your time and dance the calendar, you are a sick fight champion.
Oh yeah, culture crazy. Wow. Good afternoon, the Gael is open. Hey, let me say hello to Lynette Alexis. Yeah, I seen you. Hey, Carl Wilson, yeah, we back. Anthony Mills on Facebook. And Gwyneth LaRoche. Gwyneth! Yeah, I didn't come check you, man. I saw Wendell. I didn't see you down in the sand today. Hey, what's up, peeps? My lines are open. Local line 652-4901. That's 652-4901. Internationally 786-292-2789. That's 786-292-2789. And if you want to touch base via WhatsApp, It's 766-4920. Carry and come. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it today? Boy? Oh wait. I just came back in too, so I'm not too okura with everything that's happening, but boy, like the murders and then like we gone wild out here, boy. Just when you thought, you're saying how low can it go? How worse can it get? And it seems to be getting worse. Let me pelt up. I want to pelt up, boy. Somebody sent me a WhatsApp, and by one of these reporters of, well, they report stuff. I think it's Alert TNT. But I'm gonna tell the boy because it is alleged. Well, I mean, I can't say because I'm not gonna jump out. But 2 people were killed during the course of today, somewhere in Arangwes. But I just wonder, boy. Then people have more information than the police, boy. Because they said the man come from a walk from licking down somebody, right? I don't know how they know that. A car accosted him, so shoot, and he was a known murderer. They list all his, where he get away from, what is alleged that shootings that he's been involved in. I saying, but all this is information for conviction. But long story short, like what they used to say before, well, them fellas killing out each other, so a car with mask in the videos, wherever the case is, pull up and spray down the car, and the 2 people, a woman and a man. The man, of course, had the long rap sheet, they say, and a woman. And these days you're finding, a lot of women getting involved with situations with guys, and it's gun holder and all. Just let me take this call. Your life. Caller, your life.
Yes, Coco. Yes. My boy is for the people of Labra. The MP, Mr. Makat, can't see the councillor of Labra and the Superior Regional Corporation responsible for the road in Labra. This morning I'm going on point. It's months now by the old cinema, the old church. What's that got the road? I don't know who put mud in the road. A vehicle going down there, the whole front drop out. Mr. Maka can't see by the MP for Labre and the councillor. Never if all of us under the jackass still. All of that's for that. You see Maka can't see a key and a club of Labre. And you know something? In Rusty Lot in front, the councillor house, it had a part in the road. The road is bad. If you see how nice they fix it. Oh, plate before the fish market. If you see how nice they fix it, because they concern Superior Regional Corporation. It's mud. Labor people share on all this. All over the jackass still for the love of my country. Thank you.
Yes, and that's the poor people's governor, Birdman. Kaka. We flying any weather. Your life.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tony.
I know you was coming up next.
Yeah, no, Daddy, Uncle Daddy, hello. Uncle Daddy, that computer working good. I like how you see from home and you see everything that's going on. Everything that's going on. That is good. What's them up?
652-4901, 786-2922-789, and 766-4920. Yeah, so they didn't just pour out a story, they poured the man whole rap sheet, allegedly, right? And I say, but if only have more information, how you only know the man now come from killing somebody? Of course, he's a done. You said the name of his group, right? Because I know what Bloods and Crips outside, and I wouldn't play people gang thing because I know how it does go. MS and them out. I see it in my own eyes in LA. I see it in most corners when you go if you observe it. Sometimes you won't. So I understand that, but Since when we become this gang out here, boy? You know, before it's a laugh, it was Mongoose gang. And gang used to come under the URP headings and LIDIP and these things. But now this thing, like it taking over the country. And only taking over the country. I've been saying it for years here. And I remember Desmond saying, "Oh, you know so much about guns." Don't know it now? It's assault rifles on the streets. I say that years. I mean, say, "Well, yeah, Tony, but I find you know about gun." No. It ain't no hard match to know anything if you put your mind towards that and you're reading up and you're seeing. And then when they go in America and you see them thing is less than $1,000. I ain't even call the price a drop, nobody. Right? These things cheap. So when a man and then the system tell you 45,000. So you will get people saying, as the man say, man, get hold in Georgia, man. Partner, you could go anyways, America. I ain't going to tell nobody nothing. But at the end of the day, we had to do something about this because men walking around and people singing songs and glorifying that, and a man go come here and sing about love and peace and togetherness in this country and wouldn't get a play on our radio. Let me call it for what it is at sometimes too. It have people singing things to empower the youths. It have people bringing energy to empower the youths, and nobody not hiring them, nobody not putting them up on a pedestal. You don't want to say reach as far as Barabbas and the I Am, but it looks so. It looks so. It has certain artists can't go in certain countries. Certain countries are the testicular for you to ban them. We in Trinidad, we right, we free. And then when things happening now, we turning around. Well, who go help we? And we need to implement a system. And then when a man implementing a system, we ain't want that. We want a quick fix. We go from here. And then when they go from here, we wire back. Because the next man, you see, I just tell people, you know, just when you feel it worse. I remember in 1990, we said, "Oh God, boy, Tony, I in the zones, in the ghettos, boy, oh, things getting tough out here." I will take them times, not the event that happened, but I will take them times not with my eye closed, because you always feel, "Oh boy, it can't get worse," and every day it going lower. You open the papers, yeah, checking out the papers, 13 men slain over a bloody weekend. My son was an innocent victim, not the target. Delivery man shot dead. Body found wrapped in plastic in Brasso. And I mean he want to go. And we jamming still. We jamming still. This thing affecting everybody and anybody out here. Them guns are to be coming from somewhere. Somebody had to know. We just always think that be so hard in Trinidad, boy. So hard, and then yet you go on the corner, boy. Boy, you only know hush your mouth in her. But they say before the gods destroy you, they send you mad, you know, and like we going mad out, yes. 652-4901 786-292-2789. All the murders create a next industry, men who could bust the mark first. So that man sitting down around and hoping that people dead in this country, boy, to report it. To be the first on the scene. Look the pictures. Men buy drone for them thing. Men get a drone license and all kind of thing. And there's so much people we need to put up and push up and magnify and let the words of the Almighty be magnified here. But all we magnifying here is death. 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 And who causing the death and playing politics? Well, but oh gosh, under your ears, let me check our people that dead too now, boy. We don't deal with stats here. It's only yap, gip, laugh, and while Rome is burning, we fiddling. Your life.
I get true.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man. Hey, yesterday you didn't wait, you know. You didn't wait. You take one in your head for yesterday. I had to come in with the comeback home, pa. I had to. You think? Go ahead, my brother.
So I have two things. One is, you know, you talk about where these people getting the information from. Is that more than the police? Maybe it is the police that's putting this information out there. But I mean, I see the video of people, you know, in very disturbing situations, and it's only people within the system to know those things. In the healthcare and stuff like that.
I understand.
So it's me doing it, yeah.
But I go tell you something, you are Sawa man. Right? And environs, right? You live in the environs. when Cujo and them come and tell you something, and Elvis and them and Big Neil and them, it are information hit the ground that the police ain't even having up.
Well, that's true. That's true. But in terms of a rap sheet, and they know all the man entire rap sheet. Who gonna know that, boy?
The neighborhood, because remember, men glorifying the lick too, you know. It a man Boscal and everybody in the neighborhood know everything, and then when the police come, they knows nothing.
No, that's a different. That went over my head then. Anyway, the next boy is this. The point you're making there about I hear the newscast says that the police commissioner said that the high-powered weapons are coming through the airport.
Legal ports of entry.
Yeah, okay. Who's going to stop the he's the police.
Well, my hand.
What is he saying that for? He's saying that for the politician, or who is he saying that for? Set up a thing and find out.
Well, he ain't saying for America because they say, 35 of them get hold from Georgia. You understand? So he ain't saying that for America. America doing their part, apparently.
Who is he saying this for? That's what I want to know.
Me ain't know.
They're politicking right through here.
By me ain't know. As a matter of fact, all politicians just tell you be friendly and thing, and then when they say if you have information, take it to the police. So I say, well, if you had the information, and he's the police, you had to take it to.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh God, yeah, man. Yeah, they say if you have information, take it to the police. The police tell you, well, they're coming through the legal port. Well, what we gonna do, boy? Well, let bring the carnival quick. Let me wind it out, yes? Yeah, let me wind it out. Let me jump like crapo in the streets, man. Because it look like, hey, nothing can do, nothing can solve, nothing can fix, leave it so. And it is what it is. Well, you just have to protect yourself. Be careful out here. Double, triple down careful. Pray. And then some more prayers. And then some more prayers. Get some magic cloak or something. Yeah, it's scary. Because when them fellas are nobody to lick, what they go and do with them big high-powered rifle? These are his weapons of war, boy, people. And watch out, Trinidad, like we slow. We slow in understanding, partner, the kind of firepower in our country. After if you say, well, them bad boy go lick down each other. And you're home there and thing, and them realize thing hard. Who if they're coming by? A long time you might have a fighting chance out here. You could have rush a man and fight, and no partner is salt. Hey, 6524901 786292279 and via WhatsApp 7664920. Carry on, come in. Who's gonna get it? Or we nice? I mean, we nice. I go shut down the bar just now. We nice and what happening? When's the next fete? When is the next fete? Michael called me. Tell me, give me when is the next fete and thing. Let me talk about the next fete. All food prices going. We good with that? I see front of the paper, scrap iron shake up. Okay, but I thought, I know for months, it's just me, and maybe I was checking, maybe I was corrected. Since the last 12 days, 2 weeks I was out. I remember the head of the association was pleading for the government to shut it down, for them to clean up the thing now, boy. So I know if I was wrong in hearing that, I ain't gonna go too far out, but I know he was begging and pleading because he say he hear that it coming down, and he say, well, I beg them to close it down, you know. So I know, maybe I'm wrong. Your life. Caller, your life. Caller. All right, I hear in your background, you see. Yeah, it's your phone caller, so you can touch back. So I will stay mute. So then I hear about the thing, and then I hear everybody saying, well, we have to eat, and you know what I mean. So I know. But I thought I heard months ago when it was apparently it was something that in the pipeline. Yeah, you're live. Caller, you're live.
Oh, brother.
Hey, what's up, man?
When we like men weekend, man.
Say again?
When we like men weekend, you say call a party, I don't know.
I Lyman Inside Love by George Benson. Inside Love. You know that tune, Inside Love, partner? I go in where I need to go. And I'm not discouraging anybody. Trinidad is still a beautiful place, you know, so we just have to be more careful. You know what I mean? So, go ahead.
You should say about Watson Ferry. There are so much information alleged.
Right, that was say alleged. I ain't call no name, I ain't saying nothing, I just say it's alleged, yeah?
And saying that they can't hold him on because they have evidence. They can't hold him on because they don't have evidence. But if you don't have evidence, why don't you say what I am?
Yeah, but the part about he just come from a walk licking down somebody.
Yeah,
I saying but a man lick down somebody. And we so quick in the news here, but we know that he lick a car come up and lick he apparently, allegedly, and a woman was inside. So if he would come from a walk that almost looks like the woman was driving.
Well, how to be?
Well, boy.
Look on the left.
Yeah, boy. Where to your house?
Alright, brother.
Yeah, man. Anybody come in? You can't have no thing. Is a slingshot legal? Cause look like a brother now. Or like tell me something that is legal. A boy could have in your house that way. Outside of a 2 big stone. A hammer. hey, what's up, Gail? Yeah, boy, you're going by the dance plenty, boy, but that's good. Get $1 million smile. Yeah. Nick Curry still playing tennis? Hey, what's up, Francis T?
Take your time and dance the calendar, you go be a sick fight champion. No man afraid, no man afraid, no man. No man afraid, no man any man.
Call are you live?
Coco?
Kiki.
That's why, yes. That's why I stopped walking the vehicle point to San Fernando. Because it makes sense. And the point to Sando taxi drivers, Maxi, and all who running the vehicle point to Sando. All they encouraging it, all they just have the MP for Lovely, Mr. McCarthy can't see, or McCarthy's name, or he can't see the councillor and the people of Lovely. All they encourage nonsense. Shame upon all you from the stretch. Tell the old cinema it was a grocery. All they encouraging nonsense. All you understand? Because they throwing mud and all they rock back and all they taking it. Where we go do PNM stronghold? Where all they go do? All you see in front of the council house. How they fix it up nice in Rosy Rock. Yeah? Shame of all you lovely people. Shame. All you want more than most people for the love of the country. It's burning their heart.
Yeah, it's burning your heart. See, what we just fail to realize is that this earth will continue without us, and a lot of people feel that there's a pyramid and they're going to live forever. Every generation will come, flip and change. So your hurt will be another man's joy. So I want you to keep your pressure, you understand? And then when the election come, you serve on a big truck in library, the biggest flag, waving. Because we ain't studying works, you know. We studying we party. You're live.
Good afternoon, Tony.
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay, this is Miss Coconut Drive.
Hey, what's up, Mova?
I'm good. I'm calling to thank you all for all the assistance with WASA, with all the water problem, because I did call and tell you, but I always tell it out so the listeners would have been hearing too, right?
Right.
So I am so grateful for you all airing it on the radio. Thanks. We had a little problem for about 3 weeks, but it's not too bad now. So this boy is still for WASA. And can I congratulate Minister of Public Utilities for trying to get about half of these managers that WASA have that is doing nothing and forcing us heartache. I think I hear that they want to get them off. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. And what we should ask the question is, how it get over? You know, what's up, boy? What's this place, boy? Himself to himself, not me. How did it reach like that? How was it political when man? I don't know. I just asking how it reached to all that overflowing. I running a lot 2x4 something, you know, even though if I could be up and running tomorrow or the next day or what. And I will look back at all those I hire and say, boy, Tony, but you should have gone to work in your business from before. And my thing is not even nothing then. You dig? So all we could have something and all that overflowing in workers and man get hired. Who hired them? They hired themselves or what's going on? Them is the questions don't be asked out here, and them is the questions you don't get answers for. Fortunates plead guilty in Grenada. All right, hope all you get you, eh? Out here different, yes. Himself charge himself for speeding. Himself, and then himself tell him pay $2. And they're singing these kind of things for years in this country, boy. When you go back and you listen to some of these old songs, you feeling that we have new problems, you know. You just feel now that because I had the great illusion, people, oh no, it's the first time in America, love the way to put, my goodness, it's the first time this has ever happened. Yes, the first time, and then they go fine print, the first time in 3 years. Or the first time in 10, or the first time. We have any first happening now? In this beat out world, we have any first? Right now, we scraping the bottom of the barrel here. All the glory was in front, that's why they're gone. That's why we can't find them again. That's why it's not for our eyes to see that. Trust me. And that's just my belief, right? So the first time, the first one, I come and I decided to do this and I. Man singing a long time. You say some old time calypso, man, burning out the system. Dread burn out. And if you just change them fellas' voice or and put a new school voice and maybe 1 or 2 new words, you feel it's a song that could work for today in 2022. Wine to decide, yes? 86524901, 786292279, and 7664920. In a bit I'm gonna do something for NGC, of course, in adherence to Steel Pan Month. 90.1.
Yeah, Tony, good afternoon.
Yes, man, good
afternoon. So here now, goodness, I wondering, it has so much crime in Trinidad that them fellas had to leave Trinidad to go other countries to commit crime, by? Things that bad?
You mean with the Grenada thing?
Yeah.
Well, that was I wouldn't say crime, but that was, it has so much lawlessness in Trinidad that our behavior pattern went across there. Now, in fairness to the people, they didn't have a tape for the first part of the whole altercation, right? And they were saying the man jump out himself champion or not, and I could understand. I've seen top athletes and artists go on in a certain way, but if you don't have a tip video for that part, but then the only video we see is the ending piece, and four men plead guilty. Right. It tell you, well, alright, a man go say, right, I went all over about the last cuff or the last kick. But alright, I go take me. You understand? So I wouldn't say we go out there to cause mayhem. Some of us went from Tobago and we went to Grenada, I think, and we were held in St. Vincent. In St. Vincent for some robbery. But I want to play it so much with that.
This was the one with the boat thing.
Right. That was from some guys from Tobago. And this particular one here that I was speaking about, that I hope they resolve, is one of our major boat went no names. No names. The party boat went across, and apparently there was an altercation on the boat. And anyway, alcohol and whining and jamming and energy flowing, it has always had empty.
Must have some kind of stupidness,
right? Yeah. But it's how it was dealt with. And I think that is what they are being, thing for, how it was dealt with. So.
Right. All right.
Yes, man.
Goodness. I see you last weekend, boys.
In the park?
Yeah, I hear your name called, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, a man called my name, right? Now, me him here when that name called. That man who called my name get vexed with me, right? Me him here when my name called, because where I was standing in the cookie section, it had music, right? So music drowning out music. I saw Eddie, and them fellas was in New York, and them accustomed to the running inside of this, so he moved it around.
Yeah.
I'm on the other hand, was in one little spot, and I was waiting on somebody. Now, sometimes people don't know your business now, and they start to burn you out. Like if you didn't want to go, if you didn't want to go to the person. It's not like that. So I just leave it so, and I leave it so.
Right. It's all good, man.
It's all good. But I find some people instead of look for good, just look for bad.
Yeah, they're looking for the bad. Yeah.
You understand?
And you know that's how it is. That's how it is.
Yeah, man.
But it's our love all the time, brother.
All the time.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, goodness. My truth is my shield and buckler. Who don't like it, well, hard luck. And so I say, if you ain't know me by now, you ain't gonna know me. I is that kind of person. You know what I mean? I shun anyway. There are real people who see me and take a little pity and whatnot. So, all that wasn't necessary. Hey, big up Eddie and General Grant and some more people I see from Cookie. Sometimes you in a spot there and like I thinking well, is nobody and everybody making you out. Tony, why you can't hide, boy? A woman even come up and call me Mr. Killer. Sing the song Rum now, run with it. I say, ma'am, I older than him, I guess, you know. So I see first. I say, but goodness, and not people always see that Mr. Killer and Tony Prescott resemble. So I've had it already. I was in a location, so the people and them who went who now come first time could have find me now, boy. Stand up on a zone when they come in, they know they could walk on that spot. So that was it, and then I had to leave to go to about to change to go back to the thing you want to do. I'm talking after 7, 8 o'clock, and you had to drive somewhere to Long Island 45 minutes. So it wasn't even about that. It was just a touch and a blase, you know what I mean? But goodness. And the people who I saw and the amount of energy, I tell you, San Fernando is it. I ain't disrespecting the East West team. I love all you coming down on the 30th. You know we go kumbaya. But boy, yeah, the crowd there was wonderful. Claire and the team, Matthew and everybody, you know what I mean? 652-4901 786-292-2789 and 766-4920. Boom boom. Beatam residents, don't ban scrap iron.
Take your time and dance the calendar, you go be a sick fight champion. Breaks your wood in time, brother man, you go be a sick fight champion. No man afraid, no man, no man afraid, no man. Take your time and dance the calendar, you go be a sick fight champion. No man afraid, no man afraid, no man. No man afraid, no man, any man could catch any man.
Hey, 443 might take one more. I see NCC is eager to help Tobago Carnival. Yeah. We ain't want that, we ain't want it fail. Well, at least me. I mean, Trinidad and Tobago, if you have something and hey, people could get you. And I'm sure a lot of people from Trinidad has already been booked. And a lot of Trinidadian promoters are going across here to promote. So even as much as we saying, I think, you know what I mean? It gonna happen, your life.
I get through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Tony P, I now joining. Tony P / Mr. Keller, I now joining, but this is all I'm hearing, right? Okay, so I know if anybody bring it up before, but I want to put up one now, Tony P. Maybe because I am not a carnival person, as in I ain't playing mass and them guys.
Right.
Now, I saw a recent I already take it on before. The price of costumes, like for males, maybe for the ladies, because I found that they had all kind of drama with it, right?
Right.
But the male costumes are coming out with $5,000 and $6,000 for the t-shirt and pants, essentially.
Right.
And and the VIP experience. I guess that means you're getting some drinks and food and whatever.
Right.
And I'm just trying to understand. You are man, around the industry.
Right.
Is this? I want to know if I should. No, I'm not in the industry, so I want to know: is this normal, or is it really a kind of interesting price that they're coming with here? Is this the normal price of these things, or and is it, and why? If that's normal, then is there a reason why it's so high? That's all I want to show there.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things. First and foremost, I'll say I'm not a mass maker, so I don't know what is the price of costume, because things go based on the pricing that you're getting for things. So you might say a t-shirt, but I haven't seen the mass, right? And I don't like to put a price and say whether it's right or wrong with a man thing, If that is what a person charging and people buying it, then why you having a problem? A man might tell you, since I poured that price, 5 of my sections don't sell out already. Remember, it's a void, right? Carnival, we didn't have Carnival for what? Going in about 2.5 years, maybe that was it. So, if you go to one mass camp and you see a price, and then the next mass camp might have 500 off or 200 or a little more, it wrongs off then. You understand? So it come like how Fets now 250. No God, what happened? But men wasn't doing nothing for years too, so it's a double-edged sword. If you don't like it, well, you don't play, but there are people who play, so it is what it is. Your life.
Tony, I got you.
Yeah, man.
I want to tell you, brother, since they talk about having carnival, it have cost you more expensive than that they don't sell out the same day.
Yeah, but I was trying to sell the same day. Right now they're playing other section, or they buying out other bands.
And I talk about real expensive costume. And it was totally sold out. So people are really studying that, them just know, hey, I'm so, they want to turn on that even.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, give thanks. And remember the industry that we're in. Fat Joe said it nice, but we just only hear that with Americans. Yesterday's price is not today's price. A man gonna know you suck salt for the last 2 years and still wanna come and give you half of what he used to give you before, But then they go bring some men, and then fellas getting their full 150,000. But then they go say, well, you not bringing nobody in my place, so I could pay you 150,000. You understand? That is how it goes. So you gotta ride with it. Some people deciding, look, I want 1 million people in my thing, but I will jack up the price, get my money, and have less people in our section. Right? So that is the business of today. It comes like when we go in the gas station and the gas go up. We do ask no question, and we go ahead, right? When we go in the grocery and we see something and you check back, you get a grocery bill from even 2 years ago, and you watch that bill and you watching the bill now for some items and you wondering, wow, how come I do it? But you have to eat. You have to eat, right? So you're going to pay for it. And what I planting, I can't plant and eat cucumber alone. I can't eat pimento alone. In the back of the yard there's a host of pimento. You go eat that every day. You still have to face the market. Even if I rain animals, I have to buy the feed, I have to do this, and then you hear men telling you, boy, fertilizer going up, feed going up, everything in this world going up. So if you have to play mass, you ain't going to come back and play mass for $1. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And for every man who don't want to play, it has 10 more who want to play. So, your life.
Hello.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to build that boy to all them gun importers to Trinidad.
Man,
they are copying the United States. Everything happening in the United States, they're copying down there. I don't know why the hell they're doing that.
You telling
I'm
me?
coming from upstate New York.
Yeah.
When I was a boy, you know what's the weapon of choice long ago?
Ratchet and knife.
A pistol.
A bull pistol.
A bull pistol.
Okay.
A man will bust 2 billion there and that was it. You're cool.
Right. Yeah.
But now, they're doing things from a distance.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's wrong. So all them gun importers are doing that. Buy them for me. Just buy them.
Yeah, man. Good chance.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, man. And while we saying that it's a business, and I hear men tell me that's why I feel like drop back in my career too, I mean, there are things I could say, but I won't say it because everybody is feeling they know, but they don't. But that things me understand people just tell you do and that is publicity. Now once that affecting my soul and my spirit, I'm not doing that, boy. I ain't gonna do nothing in this life here to be ashamed of in ascension or transition, boy. Your life.
Tony, good evening.
Yes, sir, good evening.
Good to hear your voice, man.
Yeah, give thanks, my brother.
Yeah, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, man.
Diana, you see we now talking about the planting?
Yeah.
I know something wrong by me here. If you see yard they have nothing plant all the time. They implant a peas, a pigeon peas, a pimento, a sweet pepper. You know, they have 4 marijuana tree in the yard.
Let me help you in that.
Big yard, you know.
Yes.
They rock back in the yard. They implant a pimento, a sweet pepper, a pigeon peas. You know, they have 4 marijuana tree in the yard. These, you know, sure to tell us, you know, plant the land. Plant dashing and cassava. All right, my brother. Goodness,
yes, man. Goodness all the time. Yes, sir. Yeah. And why we used to survive in the olden days? How come? Because I had green fig and shadow Benny and wherever. But you are this now, so we'll switch up and we'll go in the grocery for little minimal things. Oh, sorry. Call out your life, 90.1.
Only P I get through.
Yeah, man. What's up, eh?
Them gunmen and them, they want to fight wars. We could send them to some countries where are real war, you know.
No, them men want to fight.
But I bet you they come back though.
And them men
want
to
fight. People shooting back at you.
I'm not shooting back, you know, but trained. Not men who go on like go a whole clip.
Yeah.
Trained men.
Yeah. I bet you they come back.
Yeah, man.
They use it now, that's all the young thing and all them things. They come in right back.
But we see the example of that in man, thanks in 90, you know. It had men, I was living in the ghetto, so you see. Then my man tell me, boy, not me, I ain't going down dinner. Who put this now? Man, afraid to dead. Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. You rather kill a man, yeah, and walk around with your chest up in the air. But when somebody come, oh God, the boss, our children, boy, oh gosh, the boss, boy, hey, the boss. When one man beg you, and you laugh. Out here, watch now. Trinidad, we had to get this thing right, you know, because if we ain't want to get it for us, boy, them little children, boy. Them little children. Them little grandchildren, boy. Some of we selfish, you know. When I dead, I done. When I dead, I done. It's my time. Come now, boy. We have to. The earth has to replenish itself, because if people did say that, we would not even be here. Rome might have still be running if things didn't happen. And if things didn't happen, we might not even be here in general. We might not even be here to go through all this judgment. We generation running free on the sands, hunting lion and tiger, or not hunting lion, but hunting with them, living with them, loving with them, enjoying truly the earth, the benefit of the earth. And when we say the earth is the Lord, some people see the earth just as a grass and a plant out there. But the earth is more than that. You on the earth, you feel you is the earth node. The earth is the Lord's. And whoever God you want to worship or pray for or say what or whatever, and if your God small and he just make this earth, well, that you. So we don't pray for the people, we pray about whoever make this earth alone. We deal with the highest. You see how they are. What stars you see in there? What they put out there for? For light in the night for you? It's a whole universe and a universe being a universe. Look, man, telling they're finding places we had what? 10,000 stars. You could imagine that, but man, they don't tell me about that. And how much sun certain elders and old people tell you about that. That's why if you look at a Christmas tree and you feel it's a Christmas tree and you look at how it's supposed to be and what star on that, you can know well what sun used to be around. And when it align in a certain thing, you just see it. So we ain't gonna understand that, because plenty of we ain't reading nothing. And we don't care to know, because everything is about your existence. But your existence is intertwined with mine's. Some people just feel like, you know, when they're dreaming, boy, a man go dream and he alone in that dream. Boy, you know, woo, that was the greatest dream of my life, boy. What if you see the big king? You see the big palace? If you see house, boy, if you see people, oh gosh, boy, I have everything. Really? Who again was in the palace? Well, I ain't see nobody. Who go and clean that big palace? Well, I put him up there, boy. You're killing my dreamer. Who go and clean the palace? Who go and bring food for you in that big palace? Who was traveling around the palace in a Benz? in a golf cart? Who was cooking for you in the palace? I didn't see all that. I just, well, right, you must have people in your dreams. You must have this earth made for us to come together. I mean, balances of and the same come together. Some we go push and fight against each other too. So all that is part of it, yin and yang, balance. But the way some people just feel that your life intertwined with you alone, then what you should do with your own business, you must open the business and come every day and every second and spend in your business. Since it's about nobody else. If you open your thing and nobody ain't come, you have nothing. Well, some men rather to have nothing because if you're laundering, they don't care to have nothing. Nobody ain't going to come in your place. Hey, that is my time. Goodness, we're back. Tomorrow there's no one Tony P, boy. I could rest. Yeah, I could rest. Come back to resting. I'll be right back.
Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza. In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garraway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be best. Tickets $250. Pay-per-view $20 US. Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza.
Safe and secure. Safe and secure. From all alarms. From
Our business is natural gas, but our purpose is energy, and the future of energy is green. After 46 years of creating exceptional value for our people, the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited has a bold new vision to lead TNT into the era of clean energy, an age where solar power, green hydrogen, and biofuels work alongside natural gas to power our nation and our aspirations. We are investing today to build that sustainable tomorrow. With unstoppable energy, we are NGC.
Oh, that's right. After this, we'll do 5 at 5, yeah?
business is natural gas, but our purpose is energy, and the future of energy is green. After 46 years of creating exceptional value for our people, the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited has a bold new vision to lead TNT into the era of clean energy, an age where solar power, green hydrogen, and biofuels work alongside natural gas to power our nation and our aspirations. We are investing today to build that sustainable tomorrow. With unstoppable energy, we are NGC.
Demi Melville Entertainment Children say Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary to Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
So we perform for you in song, dance, poetry and instrumental. When? Sunday the 21st August 2022 at 2 p.m. Where? On all WACK 90.1 virtual platforms. You can donate via FundMe TNT. Part proceeds from this show will go to Rapid Fire Kids Foundation. Fuel your hearts. Happy 60th Anniversary TNT from Demi Melville Entertainment.
A vision of love and appreciation, an evening of tribute. Tuesday, 16th of August 2022 at 6 p.m. on WACK Big Stage, streaming live to the world. Featuring performances by Johnny King, Ras Commander, Impulse, Miguel Simon, Zaydan Darius, Akini James, and many more. MC Damian Melville. This is how we show that we appreciate your acts of kindness.
Plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive. Hey, and look forward, look out this evening. Yeah. A vision of appreciation, a vision of love and appreciation. So look forward on WACK 90.1. Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
To bring back memories of all the beautiful things when standing for it.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
Good afternoon.
Alejandro.
Del Piero, boy. What's up?
Yeah, what's happening? What you saying? What you saying, man?
What I'm saying?
What you say? What you doing?
Right now, my spaceship.
Like a jet lag, boy.
No, my spaceship. I want to talk American right now. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get my Caribbean, my Tobago accent up. You don't know, you know how we boy that.
We boy.
Yeah, so that is where the next food.
Don't let me come down and box you.
Yeah, you go box me at 3 all you. 3 all you.
Palo, go easy, Palo.
Yes.
Hey, well, what's the matter? Go on there, I go in there, no. I want that Crusoe, please. Tobago Crusoe.
Tobago Crusoe, right? Not Crusoe kid. Tobago Crusoe.
Yeah.
Like Robinson.
All
right, we got you.
We got my love in there, brother.
Yeah, all the time. Where am Pompey gone?
Yeah. Pompey, we pump out.
All right, goodness.
We had a good time, man.
Yeah, man, that's where it is.
Goodness.
Yeah,
Goodness.
man. Love. Yeah. Live your life to the fullest, man.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
652-4901 786-292-2789 and 766-4920.
And these bulges have no ambition to say any thanks to the mass man.
So come on and play one for your live 90.1.
Good afternoon, Tony. This is Miss Sampson from Princeton. Could I have an aloes, please?
You want that aloes?
Yes, sugar aloes.
Well, I have a whole set of a nice tree by me, you know, big if you see him.
Alright. Alright, there you take care.
Yeah, goodness.
Alright.
Easy like that. Call me up or get your request in. International toll-free 786-292-2789. Hey, what's up, Facebook team? Yeah, I see you guys. I don't normally be on Facebook, but hey, it's WACK. And the U2's Francis T. US Open coming up just now.
One more solo, I want you play.
Yes, sir. Live 90.1. 90.1, you are live.
Yes, good evening. Good afternoon, sorry.
That's all right.
I'd like to hear the Lamo, please.
Okay, we got you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. The Lamo.
A melody to make them wine. To wine and wine and wine and wine.
What's the black man? You get behind. Fitting, 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 fitting. You're live 90.1.
Good afternoon, Anthony Prescott. Can I get a crow, please?
You want to get her?
Crow, please. Happy anniversary, Independence.
Yes, thank you, darling. A crow. All right, I got you, babe. Crow is a sweet fish too, you know. You're live 90.1.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I will take a black man.
You will take her?
Black man.
A black man, that's a Stalin?
Yes.
Yes, most definitely, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. Woo! Let me come back with, let me see what, back home, let me get something here for you, boy. Alright. Yeah.
Hey. Billy Billing Bing boy. Hey. Bling Billing. Give yourself a chance. Trying to get
the person who called me up on I was now saying that. Send me a WhatsApp and I'll play what your song, right? You're live.
Good evening, Tony P.
Good evening, darling.
Welcome back.
Send me a WhatsApp. Yeah, good afternoon, darling. Thank you.
Evening. Welcome back. Can I get a show, Wayne, please?
Yeah, I have a new show and I'll touch up that for you, man.
Thank you, hon.
You're most welcome. Somebody say wilt, yes? Not tilt, wilt. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Let's hear something from Gypsy, please.
Gypsy boy. Gypsy. Yeah, we got you, man. Papa Gyps. Yeah, man. Thank you. How much are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo, I'm going. I'll go all the way up. All right, let me touch up these here. Party. Caller, I just feel lucky today, and I just you the international line here.
Yeah, you have anything from the Shadow in the queue?
No, we could, you know what I mean, it's good music. It's top tunes.
Because I like to hear Columbus lie.
I'll give you something, man. Columbus, and even though we know the truth about Columbus lying, you know something, you know what's the hardest part about it? You know we do nothing about it.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
I like the Shadow on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, even though we know Columbus lie, and you tell man, say, what you going to take down Columbus statue for? Caller.
Good afternoon again. Terra?
Terra, please. Oh. All right, I got you guys. Let me deal with it. Say again? Oh, sorry. I got you, Terra. All right, let's do this.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
Paradise, where the vibes so nice.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
Welcome to paradise. You will feel so nice.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
Aloes, you know, right? Aloes. Oh gosh, Aloes. Hey! Hey, 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 hey! I'm sorry. I love being me. Nobody loves nobody. But you see this show here, oh God. Hey! Hey, Francis T.
I don't know how you feel, but my love for you is real. To you I want to marry, to give you plenty glory. I want to be a doula, with the letters I bala. All these things I do for true, honey, just to marry you. So come on now, do say you love me too. So how now, baby? How now, baby? Tell me love me. I want roti with Calgary. Cause I love curry. Roti, I say, roti Monday. I want a luwachana, mango and barata, but I live in Kuchela. Oh gosh, go and tell her. Tell me, look at me. I want pocket Calgary. Look at me, Kucheli. Oh Lord, I'm not Betty. I'll be devoted to you, and I'll stay faithfully true. Look me by and me diddy, they all want you for boundary. They go call you Dula hen when we fix up the wedding. They go dance for my be cool, then I will give you Sindu, and Annie will be happy if you only marry me. So how now, Betty? How now, Betty? Tell the look at me. I want roti with curry, cause I love curry. Go tell she I say roti mango. I want a luwachana, mango and barata, but I live in Kuchela. Oh gosh, go and tell her. Tell me, look at me. I want pocket Calgary. Look at me, Kucheli. Oh Lord, I'm not Betty. I'll be a good doula, and will love you forever. I love you the way I should, and do for you all I could. I go chunky the Calgary, go take down where the Gotani. I go take the ashes pan, help my Jedi Baratan, and he try and understand. Now it affects the marriage plan. So how now, Betty? How now, Betty? Tell the look at me. I want roti with curry, cause I love curry. Go tell she I say roti mango. I want a luwachana, yeah, mango and barata. Hey, hey, Kuchela. Oh gosh, go.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive. This is Top 2 Tuesday.
One man to a horse.
the walls in the ghetto. And listen what these people used to do. They'll sell we some old things for new. But nowadays, we got them amazed. When they come, we just tell them flat. Monday, we ain't taking that. We know now what's on their mind. So from the time that we see them coming, get to man and we sing time. We start singing, singing. It's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. You push it. Look how you're trying to turn it around. The color was blue, you put it in brown. You fix it up well and you change the name, and come back pushing the same thing again. But
it's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. You push it.
Revolution is ghetto man action. Every day the messiah's passing, and it's revolution they're pushing. Forward ever, backward never. So much yes they're making we know the system got to go. Long ago when they say the thing, we used to jump up and demonstrate. But nowadays when we see them coming, we say wait, wait, it's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. Mister, I don't care now if you're vexed. I hear that same speech from Malcolm X. I could bet my last dollar without fear. Dagger give the same speech in Woodford Square.
It's the same old thing. It's the same old thing.
Every day.
It's the same
old thing. You're pushing.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive. Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
We gotta know what to do anytime we try to get you in the mood and put the twinkle in your eye. And I know she go like it. Oh gosh, cause forward to stop it. Can't stop it. Man must be ready, always like Freddy, otherwise somebody done
Oh yeah, Culture Crazy on 5:20, 6 p.m. And the first wave I had Aloes, Tobago Crusoe, Black Stallion, show in Winchester. And let me get at Delamo. Yeah.
Tell me what they want.
So,
I come out to please.
I still have Winston, Gypsy Peter, Shadow, and Terror to touch. And hey, the show is happening. Everyone, if you see them children dress up nice, it's gonna be fantastic. And it's gonna be at 7 p.m. So at 6 we're gonna go in with Aaron and Ricardo, and then 7 p.m. Oh my goodness. A vision of love and appreciation, yeah? We got you, 90.1.
What the people want, ram ram. What the people want, jump jump. Driving good, too slow. Up and away, no play. Up and away, play way. Up and away, play way. Tell me what they want, ram ram. Tell me what they want, jump jump. Red like yellow, like green, like gold. Ram 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 ram.
This is Top Tune Tuesday.
They want to roll the boom boom. Make a wine boy. Hey, they tell me what the people want. They say, that is what the people want.
And of course my crow, I got at the place still.
No, I shout that ain't true. The people want to hear lyrics too. But you only talking about a book. The people who want that is just a fool. What the people want, ram ram. What the people want, jam jam. Tell me what they want, ram ram. That the people want, jam jam. Driving good, too slow. Up and away, no play. Up and away, play way. Up and away, play way. Tell me what they want, ram ram. What the people want, jam jam. Red like yellow, like green, like gold. Bam bam lele, bubble and break away. Hey, ride the horsey.
Time for 5 at 5 inside the Culture Drive.
You ever touch that croco one time? Let me go spotlight, alright?
Look, I always say about Brooklyn Carnival. I never was paid to join the bacchanal. Brooklyn really, I had a really fetting. I had them young girls well fed. The body, the jumping, the whining, the grinding, openly. Brooklyn really, I had a really fetting. But look, I don't believe I was missing something. It is nice for the price, labor, then Brooklyn still ban Germany taxes.
So we got that vision of love and appreciation. It's happening. It's going to be fantastic.
I just wailing if I dance.
Croco, yeah. Don't do that, Croco. I didn't know that was your song. If I whine in, wait. I think a lentil peas and white rice, white fluffy rice and avocado and maybe a little stew something on that or chicken or something, yeah. To check out that show.
Look, I always say about Brooklyn Carnival. I never was paid to join the bacchanal. Brooklyn really, I had a really fetting. I had them young girls well fed. The body, the jumping, the whining, the grinding, openly. Brooklyn really, I had a really fetting. But look, I don't believe I was missing something. It is nice for the price, labor, then Brooklyn still ban Germany taxes play. I am kick girl jump, she whine and she say she fall if I wailing. I just wailing if I dancing. I just dancing if I'm fretting. I just fretting if I'm sweating. I just sweating if I'm rocking. I just rocking if I'm knocking. I just knocking. Labor day she fall and me going home and all. It is nice to see Carnival in Trinidad, but Labor Day in Brooklyn is super bad. Brooklyn really, I had a really fetting. The woman and them, they ain't had no mercy. They whining, they kissing, they scratching their body. Brooklyn really, really fetting. Our old man take off all the clothes and ball with the heat and the feet on his clothes. That's all in sweet pants and a that's jamming. A woman and man and children singing, they fall in a wailing. I just wailing, dancing. I just dancing, I just fretting, sweating. I just sweating if I rocking. I just rocking if I ducking. I just ducking. Labor Day she fall and me ain't
going home at all. So 5 at 5, Tobago Crusoe, Sugar, Allos, Delamo. In the background, the sound of Crow, Black Stallion, and Show Wayne, Winchester. Yeah, before I jump out, I'm gonna do that Gypsy, Shadow, and Terror, man. Yeah, we got you. 90.1.
I dig in the scene on you tick off. And you a woman come up and say, boy, I dig you Brooklyn. Really? I had her really fitting. She's green, enjoying, winding up. She body, you could see she happy. She had bad up a whiskey. Brooklyn. Really? Really fitting. And she a bottle she drink about half. When the liquor takes she, the girls start to laugh. With a neat kind of timid wine. Tripping but she chanting all the time. I just wailing, I just dancing, I just sweating, I just sweating if I rocking, I just rocking if I knocking, I just knocking. Labor Day she fall and me ain't going home at all.
Join your culture station for Sports Spotlight. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Sports Spotlight is a look at the daily sporting activity around Trinbago and the world. Sports Spotlight, weekdays, 30 p.m. on the True Nation station, 90.1 FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Leanne St. Clair and welcome to Sports Spotlight on WACK Radio. West Indies avoided a sweep in the 3-match T20 series against New Zealand with a comfortable 8-wicket win in the third match at Sabina Park in Kingston, Jamaica on Sunday. The victory was just West Indies' second win in their last 14 matches. New Zealand scored a modest 145 for 7 in 20 overs, batting first. In reply, West Indies cruised to 150 for 2 in 19 overs to complete the victory. Openers Brandon King and Shamar Brooks gave West Indies the perfect start, putting in 102 in 13 overs. King was the first batsman dismissed for 53 of 35 balls, a knock which included 4 fours and 3 sixes. After Devon Thomas fell for 5, Brooks and captain Rothman Powell guided West Indies home. Brooks struck 3 fours and 2 sixes in his innings of 56 not out of 59 deliveries, and Powell closed on 27 not out of 15 balls. Powell replaced Nicholas Pooran as captain for the third match as the latter was rested. After being swept by Bangladesh 3-0 in a one-day international series in July, West Indies lost another ODI series 3-0, this time to India. Following that, India got past West Indies 4-1 in a T20 series, before New Zealand defeated West Indies 2-1 in the latest T20 series. West Indies and New Zealand will now play in a 3-match ODI series starting on Wednesday at Kensington Oval in Barbados. President of the Trinidad and Tobago Cycling Federation, Rowena Williams, lamented the lack of sponsorship for cycling in Trinidad and Tobago. She said that Trinidad and Tobago cyclists have been excelling on the world stage, delivering quality performances at 2 recent events, the Elite Pan American Track Cycling Championships in Peru and at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England. This country ended the Pan Am Championships on Sunday with 7 medals. It was the country's best ever showing at the Pan Am Championships. Ms. Williams followed the call by Trinidad and Tobago cyclist Tennille Campbell for more assistance. On Sunday, Campbell wrote on Facebook that it is time for a sustainable development program with smart goals and investment plans for Team TTO cyclists. She added that they cannot forget the need for cohesive staff members that the athletes can trust. Trinidad and Tobago cyclists have been in stellar form over the past weeks. At the Commonwealth Games, which ended on August 8th, Nicholas Paul copped 3 medals. He won gold in the men's keirin event, silver in the men's sprint, and bronze in the 1-kilometer time trial. Ms. Williams said that corporate Trinidad and Tobago usually go after sponsoring cricket and football more than they would do with athletes or cycling and other sports. She said cyclists require financial backing to compete at a high level. Ms. Williams said a joint effort is required. 2-time Olympic medalist Keyshawn Walcott has been named in a 14-member national team to compete at the North American, Central American and Caribbean Championships scheduled for August 19th to 21st in the Bahamas. The National Association for Athletics Administration said the team will leave this country on Wednesday. The 29-year-old is coming off a fourth-place finish in the men's javelin final at the Commonwealth Games in England earlier this month. Also on the national team is Trinidad and Tobago's top women's sprinter Michelle Lee Ayi, who will be eyeing gold in the women's 100-meter. Ayi will also lead Trinidad and Tobago's 4x100-meter relay team into action. Sprinters Kyle Grew, Eric Harrison and Jared Alcock, fresh off a 4x100-meter Commonwealth silver medal alongside Keon Benjamin, will be going for relay glory again. Benjamin's absence from the NACAC team provides opportunity for either Akini Hislop or Amari Lewis. Asa Guevara, a member of the victorious 4x400-meter relay team at the Commonwealth Games, will vie for gold in the one-lap race. And that's the latest Sports Spotlight for today. Join us tomorrow for another edition on 90.1 FM WACK Radio. A vision of love and appreciation, an evening of tribute. Tuesday, 16th of August 2022 at 6 p.m. on WACK Big Stage, streaming live to the world. Featuring performances by Johnny King, Ras Commander, Impulse, Miguel Simon, Zaydan Darius, Akini James, and many more. MC Damian Melville. This is how we show that we appreciate your acts of kindness.
On the human mind, everyone needs some. Put your hand in the air and shake it. Jump as if you don't care and shake it.
Looking for real food with real flavor? Why not check out Caldero's Flavor at their new location at 2 to 8 Riverside Drive, Links, Suite Hotel, off Gulfview Link Road, San Fernando. From curry crab and dumplings to callaloo, oil down, bus up shut or pilau, soup and fish brought on Saturday, foil fish, jerk wings, burgers, you name it. Open Tuesdays to Saturdays. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Call 335-7081.
Women people who come out to party, women people who come out to
Demi Melville Entertainment Children say Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary to Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 60th Independence Anniversary Trinidad and Tobago.
So we perform for you in song, dance, poetry and instrumental. When? Sunday the 21st August 2022 at 2 p.m. Where? On all WACK 90.1 virtual platforms. You can donate via FundMe TNT. Part proceeds from this show will go to Rapid Fire Kids Foundation. Fuel your hearts. Happy 60th Anniversary TNT from Demi Melville Entertainment.
all on we is day one. We fretting since day one.
Stop. Just read the ad. All this at a talk. Oh gosh. Start. 1, 2.
Yes, folks, it's back. WACK 901 FM presents Day 1, the Labor Day Backyard Jam.
Day 1, Labor Day Backyard Jam.
On September 4th from 4 p.m. at number 796 Glenmore Avenue between Berryman and Shepherd.
On September the 4th from 4 p.m. till 796 Glenmore Avenue between Berryman and Shepherd.
Music by Mr. Desmond and DJ Jojolo.
Mr. Desmond and Jojolo.
Admission is only $30. It's food, song and plenty wine.
Well, you know about wine.
Don't miss the opportunity to meet the WACK supporters and party with the Daughter Shower crew.
Listen. I not in that Daughter Shower stupidness, eh?
For ticket info, you can call Matthew at 1347-245-6339, Cheryl at 1347-2329596, Earl 1301-873-2080. Day 1, it's back. New York, we coming.
Anyhow, me and he go be not as a couple, but we go be there. This is for all of you who have been with us since day 1. We jamming.
All on we is day one. We fretting since day one. From night till the day come. We under the same sun. Jump up with your
Irreverent.
Me.
Invincible.
They can't beat me.
Undisputed.
They serious comedy. We spicy. It's me, Pricey. Sunday the 21st of August. I coming south. San Fernando proper. Naparima Bo. Katan Entertainment presents Undisputed. Is it first got time for the year? Sometimes you know you have to get the bacchanal first day. My first show in 3 years. Get me.
Undisputed.
Showtime 7:30 p.m.
Tickets available at Naparima Bowl Box Office, Nigel Arcan Bookseller, location C3 Mall, High Street, San Fernando, and Queen Street, Port of Spain.
For more info, call 477-4239. You know the drill? For pricey. Don't miss it. We're boxing without gloves.
Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza. In everything, we must give thanks. Join us as we come together in Thanksgiving on the 30th of August 2022, Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, 7 p.m. with the most talented gospel artists in the country, Sister Bev, Pastor Terrence Baines, Isaac Blackman, Akini James, Lady Adana, Stephanie Joseph, Andre Donowa, Zayden Darius, Chrissy Garway, and on steel pan, Vanessa Headley. Hosts Joanne Tigress Rowley and Kenny Phillips. A gift to the nation on our 60th independence. Come and be blessed. Tickets $250. Pay-per-view $20. Red, White, and WACK, a gospel extravaganza.
Lean and safe and secure. Safe and secure. From all alarms. From all
Joy by the Pool, the Grove Retreat Pre-Independence Fete at the scenic and beautiful Grove Retreat Grove Park, South Oropouche from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Tuesday, August 30th, the night before the holiday. Come and party by our dazzling poolside to the songs of the Joy Lewis Orchestra and WACK 90.1 FM's very own Alpha B. Advance tickets $125, available at Sion's Bar, Royal Road, San Fernando, Denny's Restaurant, Faizabad, Wayne Electronics, Point Fortin, Electronics, Henry Street, Port of Spain, or call 491-1315, 721-8646, at the door $150. Joy by the Pool with DJ Alpha B, a pre-independence fete you don't want to miss. You're bound to dance.
All right, Culture Craze 90.1 FM. It's a 5:45 or 5:44 in the PM as we continue requested music. Yeah, we got 3 more. So we'll make this one count. Don't forget at 6 p.m. A vision of love and appreciation. Well, it starts at 7. But you can plug in and log in from that time. You have Aaron and Ricardo.
There was a little black boy, a black boy was he. The boy went to school and he come out unseen. Never learned how to read, he never learned about math. Never learned how to write, he never studied about that. All he studied was his speakers, his sneakers and clothes. He learned how to dress and he learned how to pose. He can't get no work, he can't get no job. He decide to steal and he decide to rob. But little black boy couldn't last long at all. The police put a bullet through his dunce head's skull. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, show some concern. Little black boy, education is the key to get you off the street and off poverty. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, show some concern. Little black boy, education is the key to get you off the street and all poverty. Why,
This is Top 2 Tuesday.
There was a little black boy, a rude boy was he. All the boy ambition was to conduct a maxi. With a ring in his nose, a gold teeth in his mouth. He feel very proud when they call.
I remember when Gypsy did this song, there was a lot of backlash. Why didn't you sing about others? But we are the one who needed the help, right? I have no problem with it. For a lot of us who are on the straight and narrow.
Now we hook on the coke
and we see it has come all the way around. And I'm not going to say we alone, right? But you check the numbers.
Show some concern. little black
the statistics.
Education is the key to get you off the street
Yeah.
and off poverty. Little black boy.
Maybe I ought to sing about the answer.
When will you find your
How can we sing these songs in a strange land?
When you're black, you just black. You can't help but being black. But because you are black, you don't stay in the back. Be black, but be conscious. Be black, but be conscious. Look in the front, see who's the doctor. Look in the back, see who's the lawyer. Look in the back, see who's the banker. Look at the business, who's the owner. Look at the staff, see who's the worker. Look at the truck, see who's the dan man. Look who eating out of them garbage can. Look in the jail, see who you see through. A lot of little black boy just like you. Little black boy, go to school
And they say, maybe the reasoning for many of those problems, you don't know. This may be a little reasoning. They say can't blame others, you know, but there are real people to blame on this earth here. Everybody get what they get, you know. And when they're talking to certain people, no, 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 no.
Columbus was a mighty sailor. He sailed the open seas. He went down in the Caribbean and he called it the West Indies. He said he found a new world and he expected me to believe. But how could this world be new when it's much older than Adam and Eve? Columbus lied. Columbus lied. Columbus lied. Columbus lied, lied, lied. He said he discovered the whole of America. He never tell nobody how we had to run from Apache. Columbus lied. Columbus lied.
And what they can't explain away, they tell you is alien. Oh, alien. Why can be one people before they chop up the earth or wherever was building all the things all over the globe? There's documented evidence to prove it. But they don't like what you guys see. So we just buying time now, boy.
The man with the Santa Maria was as brave as a man can be. He sailed on to Venezuela for another discovery. He said he discovered new lands and he thought that I wouldn't know. He discovered a lot of Indians who discovered the lands before. Columbus lied. Columbus lied. Columbus lied. Columbus lied, lied, lied. He took all the glory from any discovery. The truth of the story, those lands were discovered already. Columbus lied. Columbus lied. And if you concentrate, you will discover the man was late. One man to a horse. One man to a horse. Nowadays you enter a strange land. They call you an alien. You better explain to immigration what is your intention. Columbus didn't have to do that. It just didn't make no sense. His authority was a cock hat and his passport was violence. Columbus lied. Columbus lied.
Shadow Watchman, boy. Shadow have a whole wing in the upper room.
He fooled everybody with a whole lot of fantasy. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he thought the Indians were spirits. Columbus lied. Columbus lied. Columbus lied like hell. I believe his head wasn't well.
As we getting close, you know, I gotta deal with these requests, yeah? Lie or not, we was eating good in Columbus before you come.
I was soft all over as I'm getting old. Oh. I was soft all over as I'm getting old. Oh, oh. The climate inside me was very cold. But since I land back home and I eat crab and callaloo, yes sir, I notice I get as hot as a police voodoo. Now I know callaloo has certain ingredients. Don't mind how a man is weak, it gives him endurance. I made my first romance with Elaine. She said I must come back again. She said, Tara, darling, you have made your name and fame. I said, darling, that may be true. Yes. But I always feel young since I climbed.
Columbus or not? Oh gosh, but now, yeah. Now eat before you go to war. Eat! Columbus, they catch you on a hungry stomach, boy. Even you don't eat.
I was soft all over as I'm getting old. Oh, oh. The climate inside me was very cold. But since I land back home and I eat crab and callaloo, yes sir, I notice I get as hot as a police.
Easy, Collis Glasgow.
Now I know callaloo has certain ingredients. Don't mind how a man is weak, it gives him endurance. I made my first romance with Elaine. She said I must come back again. She said, Tara, darling, you have made your name and fame. I said, darling, that may be true, but I only feel young since I clashed with you. I was soft before, but now I prepare for war. Don't doubt.
The terror was soft before, but now we prepare for war. The terror was soft before, but now we prepare for war.
You ain't getting good roll bush to buy these days, boy. Collis, boy. Hey.
Callaloo is a side dish, I love it all. But when I eat it, Peter does pay for Paul. Well, if my sister lay down there to me, look up, till she dead, I mean dead. Why? Because I'm properly fed. I don't know if it's the slipperiness from the okra, but when I eat callaloo, I feel young like you. And if a fly just touch me neighbor, that does get me irritated.
I was soft, and not me, Desmond. This for Desmond.
I'm warning you. Well, if you think I tell it,
no golden rain, your callaloo.
Elaine, she go tell
no golden rain.
I was soft before, but now
coconut milk, okra,
the terror was soft.
Yeah, pimentos.
We prepare for war.
Again,
the terror was soft.
Pumpkin for sure. Yeah, to ease up the bowels, pumpkin for sure. See, man, putting onion and sweet pepper. Nah.
In Britain, I went to several physicians to try and get me body harder than iron. But I fail in my effort, I must agree. But since I land back home, I prove satisfactory. Now if a man think he body harder than terror, well, we could play lash for lash to find out who body harder. Yes, they used to call me Sophie, but now I find the remedy.
I was soft
callaloo is the greatest tonic for me.
Oh yes,
Mama, you.
Well, if you think I'm making fun, man, I make Elaine and she mother run. I was soft before
Kalalu,
you were prepared.
Kalalu do that damage, Viper?
No doubt.
Jeez.
The terror was soft.
That man saying there make no sense putting money on a dead plant to no terror. You're wasting that money. Hey, Culture Crate 90.1 having some fun, and don't forget a vision of love and appreciation. Yeah. So it's time for me to get out of here. Walk by faith, never by sight. Be safe, Trinidad and Tobago extension, the whole wide world. Mr. Desmond Tony P tomorrow, God's willing. We're gonna go to Aaron and then we're going to that great concert. Everybody is here. It's great energy in the building, people. So let's get those numbers up on YouTube. Come on. I'll see you guys. Ingrid Johnson.
You help me find.
Yeah, Collis. We go get some bush.
In the still of the night, I lay listening to you breathe. People search for heaven all their lives. How lucky am I? Heaven's breathing next to me. Oh, shoot me by. Stars. So many wish but never reach. Cause when I'm falling and all the world seems dark, you help me find my peace. In the still of the night, I lay listening to you breathe. People search for heaven all their lives. How lucky am I? Heaven's breathing next to me. Oh, shoot me by, Vijani. Oh, shoot me by, yeah. Oh, shoot me by, Vijani. Hurry down,
Hey, Desmond, tomorrow we go deal with you with that mannish water, you know. You drink girlish water, you know. So we go deal with you tomorrow.
The sea has no answer for the depth of this feeling. I will love you in the heat of the morning and the cool of the night. How blessed am I to know you like this. When you touch me, I am free. People search for heaven all their lives. How lucky am I? Heaven's breathing next to me. Oh, shoot me by, Vijani. Oh, shoot me by, yeah. Oh, shoot me by, Vijani.
The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WACK 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday on WACK 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
Guys, it's a couple minutes after 6 p.m. We are here on the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are
culture crazy.
Alright, guys, so first and foremost, let's kick this off as we always do, alright? We must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. no matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
We know Tony P outside there doing his thing, but we still continuously thank the ancestors. And when I say ancestors, we talk of the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, the Taínos and the Calinagos, because we all know that Columbus lied. Right? And just really quickly give my adjective with the P.
Let me go down past portative now.
What?
Past portative.
What? Is that a word?
Let me agree to disagree. Right? All I saying is that you ask for something, you get it. You didn't have to like it. But past portative.
Yeah, but when I ask you something, I expect an actual word.
It's a word. It's a made up word, but it's a word. And now having me realize it's no longer made up. It might be unrecognized, but it exists.
Guys, this is The Living Room with yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I'm always great and I'm never late. Alongside my bro with no fro. Apparently, he makes up his own flow.
Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage in the local stage.
And as I say, it's The Living Room, alright guys? We have a very action-packed show for you all as usual. Literally action-packed. Yeah, so we're gonna get very quickly to hang our hats and wiping our feet. I'll hang my hat first to the Trinidad and Tobago cyclists, not I was going to say the federation, but the cyclists, because we just participated in the elite Pan Am Games, right? And we walked away with 4 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medal, which is a historical medal count.
Not bad at all.
All right. And I want to give a special commendation going out to Nicholas Paul, Kwesi Brown, Zion Polido, Tennille Campbell, and Akil Campbell, brother and sister.
Nice one.
Right? Congratulations to you all. Keep flying the flag high. I saw an article that's saying how we're looking like we'll be good for a medal in cycling in the next Olympics.
You see, but the culture developing now.
Yeah.
Within us, I have it. Anyway.
Exactly. A habit that clearly
Larry
don't go down that road because we don't want to go down there for anything.
So as we only hanging out hatchery, we just want to mention here something that was on TTPS, that is Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Facebook page. WPC Iron Jordan fends off shoots bandit during robbery, honored by fellow officers. Now, the reason I'm hanging my hat on this particular incident is because this WPC responded to the call of duty and was engaged in a physical altercation with the suspect, who attempted to relieve her of her firearm and use it against her.
Nice. Okay.
She made a particular statement here that this is one of the reasons that I hang my hat with this. He was bigger and stronger. I was determined that he was not getting away, even if it cost me my life. WPC Jordan recollected saying, when I was confronted with this situation, I responded the only way I knew how, and that was to fight. She added, I'm not afraid to confront situations. Hence, when I was detailed to respond to this report, I was confident to lead my colleagues to the location of the crime. Thank you to our service member for still being here to continue putting in.
Really quickly, because we have our guests here, I'm knocking on the door and they're playing the music in the car outside. I want to hang my hat to Trinbago with the series of concerts they're doing in the different regions. And a special commendation going out to Kivan Khalees and Pan Elders Youth Steel Orchestra. I crave and I love to see the younger generation being passionate about our culture. And I hear now, seeing them try and jump on Sunday night was refreshing. Kivan, job well done. And I can't forget, big up to my band, NLCB Funclair, as well for bringing back the memory with their repertoire.
Last hang I had here, the Mitchum of XD Custom Shop in Chaguanas.
What he do?
This man exemplified the type of customer service that we so lacking in Trinidad and Tobago. I just want to say thanks for helping the lady with the high locks check and change her fuse. And because he's a man, have his parts and detail in place, he didn't want to he didn't want us to buy back the fuse that he gave her. Like, it was a legitimate gesture as in a man in the industry who was helping somebody who couldn't do anything for him at that point in time.
Right.
I take it to myself for days when you're treating people when you're doing something for free. I can't imagine the way you treat people when you're charging them. So, well done. And it's good to know that it's not businessmen out there who care about what they're doing like that and the people they're doing it for. So, on that note, Aaron?
Yeah. Today we welcome into the living room someone that I have known for numerous years, right? Mr. Rondell Renwick. He is a head coach and the director at Save Soul Goalkeeping Academy. He's the head goalkeeping coach at Deportivo Point Fortin. They just recently concluded the Ascension League where they finished fourth. And he's the head goalkeeping coach at Naparima College in San Fernando, right? He represented Gasparilla Composite, Naparima College, and Princeton Senior Comprehensive, as well as applied his trade in Nice College in Buffalo, New York. All right, we are bringing him in to continue to address the violence, guys. So let's hand it over to the beautiful, sensational Forish for our lovely intro.
Welcome to the living room. Welcome to the living room. Welcome to the living room. Welcome to the living room.
And we are back, and we are joined as advertised by Rondell Renwick. All right. Now, before we go any further, I had to put this part into it. When I was watching Intercol and stuff like that, Rondell was the keeper for Naps, right, Rondell?
I believe so, yeah.
So the rivalry has been there, and rivals have turned to colleagues, right?
For real.
And come September the 9th, you said it's back to a rivalry.
September the 9th, first day, the Digital Cup, Naparima College versus Presentation College, yes.
So, Ricardo, September the 9th, we heading up to Atabolon to watch that game, right?
Yeah, you're getting that. A good thing I'll clarify, because with no disrespect, Mr. Williams, Iran, you don't exactly have the stature of our goalkeeper now. So when you say the rivalry, I was a little curious.
You're thinking goalkeeping rivalry?
Goalkeeping rivalry?
Hey. I had one excellent hockey post debut in goal when I pulled a cord in our We Help football tournament, Ricardo.
Yeah, right. You also had the penalty that won the tournament as well too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Had to be a hockey-sized goalkeeper. I want to know it's a side business.
My deal little tough for him to touch the crossbar.
Yeah. Jepness right through.
I ain't getting up there.
I just pick a side and put it up.
Yeah, that's how it had to go. Down in the corner, up in, no matter what, I'm not getting up there. Unless it's a hockey post. Anyhow, that's how we talk, because football is something that unites the majority of us. I can't say all. It unites the majority of us, but sport on the whole is something that unites us all. Right? So, Rhonda, we're going to kick it off this evening by asking you probably one of the easiest questions you're going to be asked in your life. And we're not asking you, where's the scene, or where's the just physicist or anything like that. We asking you, how are you?
Good question, good question. No, to be honest, I'm good, man. Just grinding, doing the usual, life, family, and when I say life, football is a big part of the life, coaching and these sort of things. So, I mean, a lot of time going into that, but you know how it goes. You sow the seeds, you love something, you're passionate about something, and you sow the seeds accordingly. So generally, I would say, I could complain. There's so much things you could complain about. Could complain, but won't complain, because the good certainly outweighs the bad.
I like that.
Yeah, my kind of answer.
That's it, for real.
I love the fact that you acknowledged that as much as there's good, there's also bad. Because a lot of persons just like to paper over the cracks, right? And ignore the reality in the situation. So I really like that you acknowledge that there is bad, but the good outweighs it. Now, we're not going to talk, we're going to talk about the role of sport in addressing the violence, right? As we continue this series. But yes, Ricardo is in his Barca jersey. I am in my Man U jersey, and Rondell is in his coaching school jersey. We're not talking club football here, so all it don't know.
Yeah, Aaron, I wouldn't want you to get worked up for nothing.
Yeah, things aren't looking too bright on my side.
Yeah.
As yet.
Things aren't looking too bright on both sides.
Is that kind of weak?
Right? Yeah. Now, let's get down to it now. Now, we know the importance of discipline as that's one of the watchwords of the nation. All right. How difficult is it? Let's start off there. For you to instill discipline into your stewards, the footballers that you coach, when it's just once or twice a week that you are interacting with them.
Yeah, well, this comes down to really and truly the background of the player, right, or the athlete, so to speak. So, and then the also thing that it comes down to as well is the level of maturity of the athletes in terms of their age and all these things as well too. Because someone could have a tough upbringing, but as time passes, they become older, started in 17, 18, 19, 20. They become a little more mature and get to and start to understand how to deal with situations in life. So age and experience has something to do with it when it comes to the discipline part, and the background of where the players come from have something to do with the discipline part as well. But how we as coaches, or how I myself would actually address discipline, well, in sports we need discipline, because just to train alone, when it comes to repetitions of things, day in, day out, doing the same thing over and over at times, looking for some sort of perfection, that would take discipline, that would take focus. For the young players in particular, it's a lot of mentoring has to take place. It is actually more that takes place off the field than actually on the field. Discipline, if you are seeing players 2 or 3 times a week, then you are left, even if it's maximum 3 times a week, then you are left with 4 days without seeing them. We are not around them those 4 days. And even on the days that we are seeing them, we are around them maximum 3 hours. I'd say a 1.5 hour session, half an hour afterwards, you cool down, you talk, afterwards you guys have a shower, so say maximum 3 hours. So 3 hours, so 3 days, 3, 6, 9, that is 9 hours, right? For the entire week that we'll be spending with them. So a lot of the coaching is actually done off the field when it deals with discipline. So for an example, with the younger boys, you try to start the discipline at home, because I believe what they do at home is what they will do at the academy, what they'll do at the clubs, what they'll do at the school football, right? So it's try to start that discipline at home. So for the younger ones who are still under heavy parenting, personally, I would do things like make sure they make up their beds, make sure they take out the garbage, the simple little things. Right, and I will actually check up on the parents where these things are concerned to find out if these youngsters and they are making up their beds, if they're taking out the garbage and these sort of things, because it's important, because the next thing you can find them doing is coming to the session and they're the most disciplined in the session. But when you talk to the parents say, hey, he disciplined me, when he home, he this, he that. So because they love football so much and have a passion, everything is just zoned in on the football. But yes, we love the sport, but life is bigger than that. We have to be holistic. So in terms of the discipline, we try to make it holistic. We try to get in the homes, especially when dealing with the younger ones, and just start with the simple things. Make up your bed, take out the garbage, say a prayer, regardless to which religion you may be aligned to. It won't matter. it's discipline. When it comes to the older ones, that may be a bit challenging, you know what I mean, to tell an older boy, you go and make up your bed, you know what I mean, tell a big 19-year-old, 20-year-old, but you go and make up your bed, they should know that. So when it comes to them, it's really and truly about a lot of talking, a lot of encouragement, and just reminding them of their goals, you know, remind them of their aspirations, where they want to reach. Sometimes we see them falling off when it may come to the level of focus. Us as coaches, we'll observe these things. So when we observe these things, now we would have to actually interject by speaking, a lot of talking, and just reminding them. Reminders are good, you know, to remind them of their goals, remind them of their visions and what they are working towards, so that they can catch back themselves if it is that they are slipping away for some time, because it do happen from time to time. So with the younger ones, as I say, we try to get into the homes. With the older ones, it's more of talking, a lot of talking to them, a lot of encouragement, just to remind them of what they are trying to achieve.
I like that. And I think one of the if memory serves me correct, Ricardo, when he said take out the garbage and make up the bed, it seemed like he was speaking to you there, but we won't get into that.
You stay out of my bedroom, please, Aaron. Stay out of my bedroom.
Right? But I distinctly remember one of the things that one of the most famed football coaches in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. John Stedman.
Ah, boy.
Oh gosh, Ricardo, I see that.
Aaron, if you go 4 episodes without talking about this one training session I had with John Stedman, I would be surprised.
I didn't have one training session with John Stedman. Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
yeah, you leave out some adjectives.
Yeah, right. I trained with John from the ages of, I think, was 11 to 18.
I could ask him if he still ain't good, you know. But anyway, this is me listening, actively listening.
Right, and I think one of the classic things with John was your car come training with our nasty boots. And we used to see people, you know, we used to train on old naps grounds before it got nice, so like where it is now. You'd see people by the old house that used to be next to naps grounds, by the pipe, 8:30 in the morning before the coaching school start, washing the boots. Because the penalty for dirty boots was laps.
Make a lap.
Mm-hmm. Or I go but here.
Or you will get what?
Yeah. Right? And that's the thing. The discipline has to be there. And it could be as simple as a wash boots. It could be as simple as when they come in on the field for the first time, your shirt have to be in your pants. Whatever the level of discipline the coaches instill is or choose, it's very important, because it's something that goes with the young men or young women as they grow older.
True.
Now, we talk about the things that you instill, but what we talk about some of the innovative ways. Are there any other innovative ways on the field that you would instill? Because we know for Janet, you see, to stop the play if you make a mistake and make you do push-ups.
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, there's the traditional ways as push-ups, as laps, and these sort of things, but we just try to make it really competitive, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, football is a competitive sport, so we make it competitive. Sometimes our tone as coaches may have to change as well too when dealing with the youngsters. Sometimes I just find myself getting in certain tones that is not really of my character, but I know it's for the better good, right? You're trying to reach this person, and then you're dealing with persons of different personalities as well. So you may have to switch a bit to reach different persons, and that's something we have to recognize as coaches as well too, that we cannot approach every situation the same, because we are dealing with different personalities. Some people respond to soft tones. Some people respond to loud tones. Like, for real. Like, try talking to someone softly, they may not respond. And then you raise your tone, you come at them in a different way, and they respond positively. And again, all these things come back to the background that they came from, their upbringing. So in terms of, innovative ways on the field, it's pretty much I try to stick to the traditional push-ups. At the end of the session, I always end my session with 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, right? Every session, right? And they know what comes after every session, but if they are being indisciplined in terms of lack of focus during the session, because that is part of sporting and discipline as well. When you're not keeping your focus together, I'm going to give them push-ups, I'm going to give them sit-ups, I'm going to give them squats during the session, and they very well know that has nothing to do with the 100 by 100 by 100 that comes after the session, right? So these are some of the traditional ways we would use to get in the brain and just try to keep it competitive. Sometimes we might throw out money there as well too. Hey, who do this, gain a 10. You know what I mean? Who do this, do that, gain a 20. You know what I mean? And to try to make it competitive, yes, you see that discipline as well comes out. Sometimes when we make it competitive, we also see the indiscipline come out. We see certain ways that we did not even know that was in them start coming out, right? So now we are seeing things that, okay, now we have to deal with this, now we have to deal with that, again, to try to make the individual a more holistic human being, because it's not just about football. Life itself is bigger than football.
Now, I like your comment in there, Ricardo.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's several things I could get in on. The first and foremost actually was that make up your bed, put out the garbage thing, right? That principle for me, it hit hard. It hit hard because you're right. You, as I say, stay out my bedroom mirror. What I'm saying is the premise is that you create not just habits that you're disciplined in, but a culture of discipline, where whatever it is you're doing, it have things to do and it have a right way to do things. So it's not like they're switching from being indisciplined at home and disrespectful to mommy and daddy or granny to coming onto the field with the utmost respect for coach. So you're really dealing with two different men, fellas who code switching, because that lends itself to a different kind of thing, where you're seeing a man performance on the field, but then he indisciplined on, let me say, hypothetically, a boat ride, or when he gets an opportunity to go college, because the discipline was reserved for the field, and the indiscipline expressing itself everywhere else. And when you mention that it had to do with it,
you're talking about things like breaking camp to go boat ride.
What, Aaron? People just break camps to go boat ride?
Big time.
Right? But when you mention the older guys not necessarily responding as well to the same thing, I'm thinking, but when you join the military though, when you join the military, the first thing that starts in your with is the things that all they talk about. Your basic chores and your duties, making sure your uniform in order, you're making up your bed the way that they tell you to make up your bed. What I'm saying is that it's not that you can't learn at that age. It's just the stakes might be a little different. And unfortunately, depending on the system that you're in, if you end up in a prison or a penitence system, you have to do the things the way that they tell you to do them as well. So the premise is you could either learn discipline or get disciplined. You understand? The way that you're talking to, it making me feel, well, but if it's one man, I would advise would go and study some sports psychology, because of how much of it you're already clearly doing is you approaching this thing in a holistic way now. So I just want to tell you that a couple times, well, when you see my eyebrows go up on my head nodding, is complete agreement and approval.
And that don't come often.
Blessings, man, blessings. I want to touch on this, as you mentioned that. Now, I'm humbled by that. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm humbled by it. My academy, I got my goalkeeping academy. The name of my goalkeeping academy is Save a Soul Goalkeeping Academy. Now, when one hear the part, the Save a Soul part, they automatically go to a religious sort of mindset, but it is far from that. It's just being holistic. Your religious beliefs has nothing to do with you loving someone and caring for someone regardless of their religious beliefs. So when I inserted the words save a soul. It's just about being holistic. It's about reaching the boys on the block. It's about reaching those who are unreachable, right? And caring for those who need that care and attention to save that soul to become a more holistic human being. And yes, we believe in God, but let God be God and let us love. You know? So that's my approach when it comes to the Save a Ball, Save a Soul Goalkeeping Academy. Let God be God and let us love. You have to love, man.
Yeah. Real good stuff, man. I like the approach that you have, recognizing that sport is not just the single event, right? Sport is about the culture, it's about the behavior, it's about the ethic, it's about the relationship, it's about the impact that you have as a coach, as a trainer, as a leader on some of these young fellas and young ladies, as the case might be, right? Which kind of question, your camp, your school, y'all have girls training with y'all as well?
You'll
have girls training with y'all as well?
Yes, actually, we have 3 females with us. We have Celine Logan. She's from Cedros, right? She's currently playing with UTT, right? We have young Akila Merisho. Akila Merisho is, I believe, a Standard 4, Standard 5 student, right? She goes to St. Gabriel's Girls. And we have the pick up the bunch. When I say the pick up the bunch, the one who has reached a bit further right at this point, which is Keela Walcott. She's currently the national under 20 goalkeeper, and she's abroad on scholarship at this moment as well too.
Now, I'm going to take a moment here to congratulate and let people know that UTT, the University of Trinidad and Tobago, if memory serves me correctly, offers a scholarship program to footballers to come to UTT in I think it's the Omera campus, to play football as well. Right? A lot of persons aren't aware of that because everybody, seeks these scholarships abroad. But scholarships are offered locally for our sportsmen.
Very true. Very true.
And women. Sportsmen and women. We're in 2020. Yeah, we're in 2022.
Yeah, we
Yes. Yeah. I think UTT, they are actually going abroad soon to Mexico. Both the male and female team, they are going abroad soon to Mexico. I think either in the month of October, I believe that is. They'll be flying to Mexico for a tournament. So they are doing great things over there as well.
Nice. Now, you spoke of the Save a Ball, Save a Soul as the motto and the modus operandi for the camp. Now, in terms of, and you're talking about football being, life being bigger than football, right? Now, in terms of keeping troubled youth off the street and diverting the energy into this positive channel, how important is this? Like get down to real issues here now.
That is extremely important. I could jump to the end and then go back to the beginning. The end is you're saving someone's soul this time. We're talking about from death, literal death. Because we deal with a lot of youths who come from different backgrounds, right? A lot of them come from the ghettos. A lot of the talents comes from the ghettos, right? Up to yesterday, I was doing some, I don't want to say charity, but I was doing some voluntary work in Laventille at the Success Laventille School yesterday, and man, when you see the wealth of talent there, young men, young women, and then like I was explaining to one of the coaches who was there with me, I was explaining to him that, hey, we seen these kids and them real happy here running and enjoying themselves and learning the game and these sort of things, but then this same community, as soon as they leave the school gates, they're going back home to the different sort of atmosphere, all right? And we born and raised Trinidad and Tobago, so we know what it's about, and this is what they are going back home to. So our input as coaches when it comes to that energy that they would be seeing at home and things that they may even be getting themselves involved in, our part is very crucial to play. So for example, during the COVID, I would have had these boys and young ladies, I would have had them training on these things. We never stopped training. We trained right through the entire COVID season, and even now we still continue to train. And a couple of them get scholarships. Jabari Gray, former Presentation College goalkeeper, Rashad Hart, former Naprima College goalkeeper as well too. Actually, Rashad would have left 2 weeks ago to go to the US, North Carolina, and what he told me was that he said, "Coach," just before he left, he said, "Coach," he said, "if you didn't have this academy, I don't know what I would have done with myself over the 2 years." He said, "I think I might have stopped playing football." And now he's not just furthering football, he's furthering his academics. He's a student athlete. So now he's in an opportunity to gain a degree and hopefully further that degree to a bachelor's into masters and so on, and also getting an opportunity to further his footballing career, right? Another example is during the COVID, and this is as real as it gets. As I said, I would jump to the end and then come back to the beginning. This is as real as it got. I remember a young man I played football with. His name is Nathan. He's now deceased, right? And he played for the prison's football team. Well-mannered young man, bright future. At the time, he was peaking where his name was starting to ring, and it was just a matter of time for him to get a national senior team call-up. He was one of those names. And during the COVID, he lived in Maloney. He born and raised with these boys and them. These are his friends, right? He's not involved in it, but these are his boys. They grew up together. And just hanging on the block, wrong place, wrong time, gunshots, and that was it for him. His entire, all the dreams, all the aspirations, it came to an end. Now, what's ironic about it is that when they did the track back, you're looking depth in things, and you're like, okay, how this could have been prevented. If we weren't during COVID at that point in time, the prisons team, the hour and the day that he got shot and killed, the prisons team would have been in training at that hour on that day as well. So this is how important it is. And parents need, and I'm talking to the parents here too. Parents need to understand how important sports is. Sometimes they just see it as extracurricular, but it's way more than extracurricular. This is the reality of it. Sometimes we have parents just dropping their children. Sometimes we don't see some of these parents at all. They drop the children, they go, they have no clue concerning their children's growth. And I wonder at times, because sometimes many of them just see it as, a way to get the children out of the house, a way to get the children doing something. But it's way more than that. It's way more than that. It's literally literally at this point, saving our soul from death. Or as we would say, everyone has to die, but untimely death, something that possibly could have been prevented if the positive energy was transferred. As you mentioned from the beginning of the question here on, with the negative energy turning into positive. And that's the way to do it. That's the way to keep the boys and them off the streets. They have a passion so into their lives. So now you bring them into the academy, you bring them onto the field. But it doesn't stop there. It takes a lot of mentoring. Coaching is way more than on the field, as I mentioned before. It's just 3 hours a day maximum, day in, day out, 3 days a week, 9 hours a week that we spend with them. That is not enough when you are trying to change someone holistically. So you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of your time. Talking about sacrificing time, what a lot of coaches would also need is a solid support system as well. Some coaches are married, some coaches are unmarried. Myself, I'm married, and if I don't have the support of my family, my wife and even my kids, but my wife to a greater extent, I would not be able to do the things that I'm doing right now, because she knows how much time this takes to invest into the youths. Many times I leave training, I go to pick up my family, and while I'm with my family on my way home, it's 2-3 phone calls I'm getting, right? It might be from a parent, it might be from an athlete, So I just left that coaching atmosphere to go spend family time. And it's difficult to separate at times because people need guidance. They're reaching out for guidance. They're reaching out for help. They need people reaching out for encouragement. So that solid support system as well is very important. I mean, I thank God for the support system that I have, right? And it only assists me in terms of giving back to the younger generation.
Now, hearing that story of the young man that was killed, right? It brings me back to some of the talented footballers, you hear me now, Ricardo?
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Hearing that story of the young man that was killed, it brings me back to a lot of the talented footballers which we would have either played with or seen playing when we were younger, right? And a lot of them, I would say, grew up in impoverished neighborhoods, right? And there's one footballer in particular who hails, and I'll call a spade a spade. He hails from just off of Coffee Street. One of the most talented midfielders I've ever seen play. But the discipline was never there with him. To the point that even right before the game, when he was playing SFA, you're seeing him smoking. But the man was one of the most talented midfielders ever. And the thing is, you are correct in saying that the lifestyle and the environment that some of these young men or young women are exposed to sometimes cuts their career short, because football is only part of it. But when you go home, because I was just doing the maths there, the 18 hours that you spend with these young men or women, the players, on a weekly basis, is just less than 10% of the total week. How can you shape the mind of an individual in 10% of the week's time when they are home or in their normal environment for the other 90? That is the real thing that we are fighting, and that we have to acknowledge is the battle that we are facing today. And not just in addressing the violence, but bringing success and exposing true talent to the world. Yeah, Ricardo?
No, just looking at what it is you're saying there, because even with Randall doing all that he's doing on his end, the teachers in school doing what they're doing on their end, then you still have this space where parents have a responsibility to do what it is they have to do on their end too. So when you start to hear the Spider-Man meme where Spider-Man is pointing at Spider-Man and Spider-Man pointing back, when everybody trying to figure out who responsibility it is for what it is we seeing and not seeing coming out of these kids, we have to acknowledge that no single body or group responsible for the entirety of it. Everybody have the part to play.
It's a synergistic approach, huh?
Yeah.
Right? Because again, I like numbers. So you're spending 9% on the football field and coaching, and you're spending 36% in school.
More than half of the time.
No, 45%, half the time and more, as it says. Is this more?
No, I mean, it's more than half. It still have room for...
And I'm going to say, if you get traveling.
Transit, and then Trinidad.
Transit,
that might be our next portion too, because you see, like this young lady coming from Cedros, right? What I mean is, she could spend time on the road, right? Unless you have a camp down in Cedros. But the premise is that it have people willing to put in the work to give the kids the opportunities to give, let me say wards, because it might not necessarily be a child, right? It might be whoever you're responsible at taking care of, right? And it real hard. Me like to tell you, plain talk. I nearly switch off camera just now when it is you see that this young man would have been in training. Right, that hit me real hard too, because we keep looking at we taking away the things that would empower these kids, that would give them alternatives and options, and then wondering where they're getting room for these things to happen. We don't have the supervision that we used to have. We don't have the involvement. If you get me vexed, brother, with all the respect. When you talk about, because I know it, the parents who drop the kids off and then disappear. And then they will find out from other people that the child have talent or getting a call up. Or so somebody have to tell you, right, how good your child is in the thing that you put them in.
No, well, remember, Ricardo, the mentality, the sad reality is of a lot of parents, they use these extracurricular activities as paid babysitting.
Yep.
I drop my child off to football camp. I drop my child off to basketball camp. I drop my child off to play cricket. I drop my child off to do gymnastics. And while you're doing that, you're going by the hairdresser, or you might be going to run errands or whatever it may be.
No.
That's the reality in it.
What do you feel about that, Randall? You rather the parents stay and watch the training, or you rather that they go away and give you a space to work with the kids? Because some of these kids not going to express themselves the same way if the folks there.
I'm these kids when I was there.
What I can say is this: we need some sort of genuine interest from the parents. Mm-hmm. What I can also say is that what I've observed and experienced is that the parents that actually stick around, their children are the ones who are really excelling most, right? Because they are getting that support. Right, they are the ones who are excelling. What I've observed, of course, this is a percentage, right? But what I've observed is that they are not just excelling on the field, but they are also excelling in the classrooms as well. Okay. Parents that stick around, you find that their kids are the ones who are doing well as both student and athlete, right? So I think it would only be positive for the parents to be around, but at the same time, parents also need to know their limits as well too. Sometimes some parents want to get a bit too involved, so the kids now, that's another issue you deal with as well too. Sometimes the parents want to get so involved that the kids are unable to express themselves the way they would like to express themselves with their peers, because mommy there, daddy there, so they're not able to be themselves around their peers because they're still in a home atmosphere because mommy or daddy is there. So now again, that comes down to the parents using their wisdom and using their experience in life to know how to deal with their child so that their child can be open with them and also feel free to express themselves when they are with their peers, even if they are around.
I want to come off this parents thing because I have a feeling people will start to take the way that I'm talking personally. But I have to ask because they need to hear it. How much harder is your job when parents undermine your authority in front of the children?
It's difficult. It's very difficult because now I have to find a way without being disrespectful, right? I have to find a way without being disrespectful to grab the interest back to this child so that this athlete will understand this is the voice. My voice is the voice you have to be listening to in this space. I am the trained professional in this space. All right, so it's very difficult. I've had to deal with situations like this before where I would speak with the parents. I would tell them, in particular, I told this one parent, I say, hey, I know you have a huge interest. I'm listening about exactly as I said. And I would have told them, in this space, it's my voice you need to hear. Of course, you need to encourage your child and these things, but sometimes I am telling them one thing, but then the parent with their amateur way of thinking through the game will be given some sort of different instruction that is not technically right when it comes from a coaching standpoint. It may more sound like just observation from their view, but technically what we are trying to develop the players, it is not the right instruction. So while I'm saying one thing, the parent is shouting another thing. So, I mean, really and truly, when we come across these situations, it is not situations to watch and talk about behind the scenes. Yes, you would observe once, you would observe twice. If you realize it's a habit, it's a situation to deal with respectfully.
Now, we are getting close to the end of tonight's program, and I just have two more
Don't do Marathi run.
Yeah, I have two questions to throw out really quickly. Now, in Trinidad culture, when it comes to, we'll stick to football here, right? When it comes to football, we love to see our man get beat, right? And because again, they like pretty thing. They want to see a man get capped, as they say. They want to see a man get capped from earth. Or they want to see a man get breed.
Or somebody get sent for beers.
Yeah. Like how any.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So how do you balance teaching your wards in the coaching schools and even on the teams that you coach, the balance between the fundamental football and the pretty part of football?
All right, so I would come out of the goalkeeping realm here a bit, right? And I'll just talk more holistic in terms of outfield players. The game itself is played in thirds, right? There's the attacking third, there's the middle third, and then, there's the defensive third, the middle third, the attacking third of the field, right? Now, in the defensive third, you want to bring out the ball. The middle third, you want to distribute the ball, whether it's diagonal passes or whether it's forward passes into the strikers. Now, I remember when I was with the national under 17 football team, this was 2001, 2003, in the year 2003. The head coach of the team was, they call him now Professor Ron Lafferty. All right? He was the head coach of the team. And what he always mentioned to us is this: the strikers in particular, or the attackers in particular, he always tell them, listen, when you are in the attacking third, please feel free to express yourself.
Right.
Now, and then he would go on to explain why he's saying this. He said, because there are people who are paying to see you play. We are also entertainers. And when people come to see you play, you must entertain. So there's a balance. There's a time and a place for everything. At the end of the day, it's a team sport. So whatever you're doing should be in contribution for the betterment of the team. So if you want to dribble past one man, two man, but it have a man open out wide because you already draw the defenders by the dribbling, you're supposed to pass the ball then, not look to take on the other two men.
Right.
So then it becomes selfish and it's not a balance at that point. So now coaching as well would have to step in at that point and correct those mistakes as well too. But in terms of expressing yourself, as we say, sending a man for beers, why not express yourself? However, make sure whatever you're doing, it's in contribution to the team goal.
Yeah.
But I love the point that that Professor Ron Lafferty used, which is people are paying to see you play. We must also remember that we are entertainers. We love watching entertaining football. We love sitting to watch an entertaining game. When we watch a boring match, whether it's the EPL, the Primera, the Bundesliga, is the worst. We talk. We say the worst things about it.
Yeah.
Spend 90 minutes for nothing. Anyway, let me stop with that. I remember talking to Duff Radanfa Abubakar a couple months ago. I'm a virgin. I'm a boy. He's also a former guest at the living room, and we had a very interesting conversation that emphasized a point. He say let me not say he say this. Let me say what I say. That I asked him as to whether or not you as a coach, as a teacher in the game now, you rather have a player who's a hard-working 6 out of 10 or an indisciplined 9 out of 10. So 6 out of 10 in terms of skill, but he gain you full 100 discipline.
You need 10 out of 10 effort.
You need 10 out of 10 in effort and obedience and instruction, and you could count on that 6. Or you rather have the 9 that kind of showing up when you want, might miss a training, but when he only feel bad,
pre-season camp.
You know what I'm saying. So as a coach now, because I want to depending on how you answer, I want to just check up in the point. As a coach, you rather see the hard-working 6, or deal with the temperamental 9.
But since I must say, as you mentioned, Doc, there is a former teammate as well too. been around some of the national pools together at the level. So blessings are good and fast. Right? To come straight to your question, definitely the 6 out of 10 discipline. Right? Because when it comes to hard work will blow past the skill. It may take time, but for sure, hard work will definitely advance past that person with natural talent and indiscipline. And with the hard work, this person is very coachable, and coaches love players who are coachable. You know, the most satisfying thing for me after a training session, just as players, coaches, we have bad sessions as well too. We want to see our players developing. And one of the most satisfying things is to have a training session, and you know, at the end of the session, you're seeing growth. You know, and that is the most satisfying thing. So to have a player who is 6 out of 10 in terms of natural talent, but the 10 is the hard work is like a 10. Man, I work into that any day, and I'll have patience with that because this is what we love. We love players who are coachable.
You know, Ricardo, we no, I was gonna say we're getting close. We already at the end, right?
I thought it was wrapping up now.
No, what I'm gonna say is I think we need to continue this conversation another time. And I think we need to add someone else to this conversation as well.
Again, that
right? Because we just talk football today, but there are so many other sporting disciplines within Trinidad and Tobago that require the same level of effort and commitment. And this, watch out, like how this rain is be committed to fall whenever it wants. Yeah.
Or whenever I wash clothes. Soon as I go outside to hang up clothes. Guaranteed.
Or when I wash my car. Anyhow.
As often as I just wash my clothes, but anyway. I just say
that's alarm, man. I'm just letting you know.
You know, I ain't go and wash your car with your jersey. Well, but you're right. We have
Wow. Now you can't just blow past that just to look like you just didn't see that.
Boy. Sorry, no, that is I was going through a tunnel. It's a bad connection. Well, apologies, no, on the real. Sincerely, we had a rebuilding season ourselves. And by season, we literally meant our season. But anyway, that's beside the point. What I want to suggest, yes, Aaron, I will support your point wholeheartedly. Maybe it would be nice for us to have a cross discipline conversation. Yeah. You know, a basketball coach, a cricket coach, a track coach, and a football coach.
I don't know any cricket coaches.
Don't worry, I know I have people for that. Right? And we have the conversation because you see what is going on in sports in Trinidad and Tobago, not necessarily flourishing per se. We're seeing some good things, but we also seeing a lot of room for us to start working on this thing as opposed to just sporting discipline by sporting discipline. Maybe we could start having some conversations where men could start pooling the leverage, you know, have any conversation as to if there's the grounds that we need to work on, how we could manage these things so that everybody benefit from, as opposed to each organization trying to see about itself now. And maybe it's good to have to start
operating in silos.
So Randall, I hope you're open to a grassroots conversation where fellas and women like yourself putting in the work, and maybe we could start using this thing to turn it into a conversation that could reach your right ears.
Definitely, I agree with you. When you mentioned that is what came to my mind, the right ears, you know. This is why I took the opportunity as well too, because I'm also a media man, so I know the power of the media, you know, and I am very passionate about the things that we spoke about here today. And man, if we can make a difference in the society and in sports and in football and with sports in general, man, I want to be a part of that, you know. So yeah, I'm open to it as well.
Hey, well, born in the living room, man. Aaron,
really quickly, Rondell, before we wrap up, anybody want to say goodnight to their contacts for the coaching school and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, just to everyone, I mean, I know there are a couple of people out there that may know me, to those who don't.
Yes.
Modesty, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Right, and there may be some who don't. You know, I'm a goalkeeper coach. You can find me on Facebook, Save a Ball, Save a Soul. That's SAVE, save, A as in letter A, ball, save a ball, save a soul, goalkeeping academy. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, you can just see the things that we've been up to. Our academy is actually, ironically, held at Presentation College Ground in San Fernando, Union Hall in San Fernando. Right, so in terms of what I'm thinking out there, I want to big up the Presentation College Old Boys as well for granting us the time that they would have given us to use the field, man, because trust me, during the COVID there, we had a couple of the athletes who went on to play pro, who went abroad on professional trials, who got scholarships, and if we weren't granted a venue to train, which is Presentation College Ground in San Fernando, I have to give respect to where respect is due. So thank you to Mr. Larry Usman in particular, right? And to all who support my family, of course, and the well-wishers. One thing I also understand, when you are in the limelight, so to speak, you're on the forefront of things. I get to understand that there are people who would like you. There are some people who would not like you. And then there are some people who would pretend they like you. And it don't matters. All that matters is just you keeping your tunnel vision on and just focusing on the task that is ahead of you, which is to empower lives and to save souls. And that's what my focus is about.
Ricardo?
I can't put nothing on that, you know. This is Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage on the local stage. Thank you for joining us in the living room. Randall, listen, the time fly. Because your passion for the topic, it carried the conversation. I could not believe when Aaron started to drop his big word about perilously this and that and the other to the time. Thanks a lot. I will let Aaron do the official thank yous, but I looking forward to our next conversation. This was definitely listen, in terms of addressing the violence, but man, this conversation hit home and it hit hard. It have things that we could probably talk about in the follow-up conversation, but I just want to let you know how much this conversation moved me, and that's a big deal because you could tell, Aaron could tell you, I am immovable.
Oh, well, that what they say about the goatee men with goatee, you know, we had a rep,
I mean,
right?
you had to have something inside you to do it like this now. But on the real, congratulations, keep up the good work. It's so good to hear that your efforts bearing fruit in terms of the number of scholarships and opportunities that coming out of the academy, and very pleased to have met you this afternoon, unfortunately under a violent conversation, but hopefully with a forward moving opportunity. So thanks a lot.
Ricardo, thank you as well too, man. Thank you as well.
Remember guys, the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe. Aaron?
This is your truly DJ Aaron 868. I'm always great and I am never late. As usual. Nah, let me save that fast. Rondell, firstly, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to spend with us inside the living room. Because these are the conversations that need to be had, as plain as it is. I also want to thank your family for lending you to us for this time period. Right? And I want to thank you again for the human service that you are doing with the goalkeeping academy, as well as coaching the young men at that school on the other hill in San.
On the Paradise Hill.
The other hill. we didn't want to give it too much credit, but yeah. Right, so thank you for the work you doing there. And as I said, on the 9th of September, we will be in Attleboro. We cheering for the other team, though. We cheering for prayers.
Right.
As we always do.
Alright, okay.
They might take back the monogram, but I am cheering for youth football. That's what I cheering for.
No, we support youth football on the whole, but we have a team we support. Just like how we all have our club teams we support. Despite how bad some of them may be. Yeah. Right. And as I always end, I say that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know that you love them. I think, I'm not too sure, but I think Mr. Desmond is up next with the big band. I'm really not sure. I know he outside doing his thing.
Nice.
Right? So, yeah. Keep it up to the True Nation station, guys. We're out. And remember, on the 30th of August, it's Red, White, and WACK. The gospel concert. Be there or be square.
Yeah, well, I did.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Aaron. Blessings.
Bless.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right, Ricardo. Take care, guys.
I know. I love my culture. I love soca. I love calypso.
My culture
I
is
love
the
my
best
culture.
in the world.
I love chutney. I love soca. I love fun. I love calypso. I love my country. We love WACK. Our culture never stops.
Taking our culture to the world. WACK 90.1 FM. San Fernando, Trinidad, and Tobago. Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Welcome to a vision of love and appreciation, an evening of tributes. And without further ado, we have DJ Al Capone in the house. Strappy. We are ready for action. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, the number one wet man. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, none other than the man, Damien Melville.
Good evening, everybody. Just feeling like a very early morning show, boy, and the mist. So good evening, folks, and welcome. As you can see, a vision of love and total appreciation. You're going to bless your hearts, bless your space, wherever you are. It's all about that kind of moment where we could just recognize and show appreciation and give back. So it's all about niceness. So we welcome you wherever you are. You're logged on all our WACK virtual platforms. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Trust that you have your cooler. Trust that you have whatever that gives you comfort in your space to be here with us. It is now 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. Blame it on Kenrick.
Well, boy!
And I'm sure sometime in the program we'll call him up front for his blessings. That's an inside one. So folks, as remember, we are still on Fund Me TNT, Mr. Kenrick. Yeah, so you can make your contribution on Fund Me TNT as you give back. You sit down in the comfort of your homes and enjoy a beautiful show, another beautiful show on our WACK 90.1 FM Visual Radio's platform. So we welcome you. So let's go straight into the thing. Our DJ this evening, DJ Al Capone, and his signature sound is...
Well, boy!
So we're gonna start with the babies. So we're gonna go right down to the babies as we get ready to welcome Mr. Jaffa Joseph, Kanisha, and Kyle Benoit. They're gonna give you the Lord's Prayer and the Lord. So while you're sending me in it,